Hello, everybody. Hello.
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 Hope you all are doing well today. We are going to get into it because I am super excited about today's session. But before we do, Naomi, do you have a... Well, you are under the weather.
I have a recap.
Would you like to read the recap, or would you like to give it to someone else to read to give your throat a rest?
Would somebody like to volunteer to read the recap? I can read it, but if somebody would like to volunteer, you can also read it.
I'd read it.
Okay.
There it is. Done.
Here you go.
Gimme. That was fast. Upon the last episode of Dragon Ball, we enjoyed a little respite and finished crafting our cool new stuff. Guilty Spark promptly let us know we were headed to the library to read about flail snails and maybe even meet Oswin, Aldoris's tiny flail snail familiar, and where we could certainly not face any flail snails in combat. Guilty Spark saved a picture of all of us deep in his database, and we took a selfie with Guilty Spark to keep forever and said our goodbyes. Cheats got a text and tried to hide it from Marius, but he got super suspicious about whether or not she had shared critical information with a third party. She refused to show him, asked about some ancient bones, and asked him why he hates her friends. Marius told Guilty Spark that he did a good job. We touched the Sphinx, and we were whisked away to Aldoris's grand archive, which was ransacked, and faced off against a massive Oswin, the astral flail snail. It had 5 flails that it multi-attacked with and did big, bad damage. The snail teleported around and did some big quake spells as we ran around and absorbed the magic emitting out of some of the books for special bonus damage. We went to a couple rounds, and Gareth smited the snail for big deeps before the snail did big light damage and stunned Gareth. Cheats dragged him out of danger, very likely saving his life, and Marius ran at a corner and finally got line of sight to do huge lightning damage. The snail teleported away and tried but could not eat a book. We went back and forth, attacking, defending, and drinking super tasty potions, and Vanya and Marius finally got to pay their bloody respects until Gareth finished off the snail with a roundhouse kick. We got a bunch of ooze, the shell of the now extinct flail snail, both of its eye stalks, and one of the flail tendrils. And that was where we called it for the night.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Lobos. And Naomi, as always, thank you for writing about the recap. You guys have been given a couple of crafting recipes, which we will put on hold for now.
When you write about it and put it into third person, it sounds so toxic.
No, wait a second. I feel like a little toxicity with what's being said there. So yes, you all have recently defeated Oswin, the ruins of the archives that you are completely surrounded by. Yes, that is a black screen, chat. Don't worry, we're going to get to the map soon. And yeah, so you are kind of within the ruins of these archives. And with the defeat of Oswin, you kind of hear this sort of from off to the north. You will spot that one of the bookshelves has opened into a door of light. If there is anything you'd like to do, actually I could probably just, I don't know why I always act like there's no map, and then I'm like, oh, we'll just do the fucking map that you're at before. Yeah, so you're kind of gathered around, doing this. You kind of heard the from the north, the sound of the door opening. And yeah, the stage is yours. If you guys wish to talk and discuss and chat amongst yourselves before moving forward, feel free to do so. Otherwise, let me know when the party is ready to advance.
I throw up in this corner and then I stand up and I'm good.
All right.
Here to waste even more time. Hey, do we get respite points?
You sure do. We can go ahead and spend them now if you'd like, or we can wait until you need to spend them. Since technically you are at the end of the dungeon.
How are we feeling, party? Because I'm a little rough. And I don't know if Aldoris is going to throw hands or not.
I need drugs.
No, you don't.
No, I mean like the good kind that don't get me hurty.
You know what? Let's do a little bit of
So I'm
respite.
chill for a respite, just not near this corner.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do the respite right now then. We'll actually start with Cheats. Cheats.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, fuck
sit
yeah,
back.
dude.
I get away from the corner. and I
Fuck,
sit back down.
fuck yeah, dude. You get 4
It's
respite
more like
points.
a slink down.
You do get 4 respite points. Each respite point can restore one of your stim suppressants. I think that's the newest ability that you have that would spend respite points. First, Cheats, go ahead and take a short rest. Spend as many hit points as you like. And then let me know how you'd like to spend your respite points between... I'm looking at all your abilities, between recovering hit dice and recovering your stim suppressants, charges of your stim suppressants.
Alright, I'm gonna do a short rest.
Thank you.
Ah, so nice.
My back.
I don't even really know what that gives me.
For short rest, it allows you, I think for you specifically, I don't think you have any short rest regeneration abilities. For you specifically, it grants you the opportunity to spend hit dice to heal yourself.
Okay. I'm gonna. How many respite points do I have?
4.
Alright, I'm gonna use 3 on my stim suppressant.
Fuck yeah.
Drugs, baby.
Fuck yeah. You have 3 hit dice. So I'm gonna put the 4th one into your hit dice with your permission.
Perfect.
Beautiful. Would you like to spend any hit dice now during your short rest?
Yes.
All right, you have 4 to spend. Feel free to use them now.
Yay.
And I'll let you handle that. I've already given all of your respite away. And yes, Vanya,
Perfect.
untouched Vanya. Vanya, for your respite points, you can spend 1 on a wind wall, and I'm looking to see if you have...
There's anything else?
If there's anything else you can spend, but no, I mean, that's
the only thing.
being
Let's do it.
ranged, baby. Yeah, so,
Untouchable, baby.
yeah, and then your extra respite point will, it'll poof into the air
Damn.
because you're at full health. So
It's okay,
go ahead and take
yeah.
your short rest now. I don't think it's going to do anything for you, but go ahead and do so. Next up is Vazika. Vazika, what would you like to spend your 4 respite points on? First of all, go ahead and take a short rest.
Rest.
That's a
And
lot of
then-
your abilities just coming back right there.
Yeah, and then let's see. I'm gonna roll. I think I'm gonna start with 2.
Okay.
And then another 1.
Okay, and then I'm going
Yeah.
to go ahead and give you, because I don't think you have any long rest abilities currently. Your Sentinel's
No.
Flask is full, and all of your abilities run on short rest, so I'm going to go ahead
Yeah.
and grant you 4 hit dice.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna roll another one.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, make sure you hit your short rest button as well.
I did.
Awesome.
I'm good.
Gareth,
Hmm.
I'm currently taking a look at your abilities. You have 1 blight that you can go ahead and restore. You have an action
Yahoo.
surge. Well, actually, with the short rest, your action surge and superiority dice return to you. And you have all of your Sentinel's Flask expended. So you've got 1 use of blight. You've got your Sentinel's Flasks. And you have 3 hit dice that you can regain. What would you like to do with your respite points? Oh, actually... that actually is an interesting quandary. Because Blight is a 4th level spell. Yeah, alright, I will have to do that for balance sake. To recover your Blight, I'm afraid you will have to use 4 respite points. Because it is a 4th level spell.
Okay.
So, if you would like to restore your Blight, you can. Otherwise, you do have 3 hit dice, and you have your Sentinel's Flask is completely expended right now.
Yeah, is 1 respite point per flask charge?
Correct.
I'll do 2 heals and 2 flask recharge.
All right, by 2 heals, do you mean your hit dice?
Hit dice, yeah.
All right, go ahead and expend your hit dice as you'd like during your short rest for any heals you'd like to do. And we will move immediately to Marius, who is, as they say in the biz, fucked up. Go ahead and do a short rest now, if you would like. Yeah, you have 4 respite points. a lot you could spend them on, so I'm gonna leave that up to you.
Yeah, we are immediately going to restore a 2nd level spell slot, and then 2 1st level spell slots with the 4 respite points.
Okay, so... Sorry, I was responding to a DM. How rude of me. Can you repeat that again?
Sure. I'm going to restore a 2nd level spell slot, spending 2 points.
Okay.
And restore 2 1st level spell slots, using the remaining 2 points. And then I'm going to roll some hit dice.
Oh, you're already adjusting your character sheet?
Yes.
Okay, I'll leave that to you then.
Fantastic. I'm going to spend about 3 hit dice.
Sounds good.
I lied. I'm going to spend 1 more.
He's such a fucking liar.
Ah, fantastic.
That's great. Those are some good rolls.
Yep. I am no longer bloodied, so...
That's good. Always look on the bright side of life. So, respite spent. Anything else you'd like to do before advancing ahead? You are free to role play amongst yourselves as well. Yeah, I'm not pushing you out the door.
Gareth, how are you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling quite well. How about you? You took quite a battering.
Only towards the end, and that was mostly my fault. But you were in combat with the beast.
Well, thanks to cheats, I made it out fairly in good shape, and that short rest we just took is more than enough to keep me going.
She's like, just shake.
Marius, speaking of cheats, could you please do your trick that you do that, cleans stuff? Because I think I got some vomit on my boots.
Sure.
Appreciate that.
She's like holds up her thumbs up to Gareth. It's like this half cocked thumbs up where she's like, yeah.
He smiles and nods.
He would sort of go through everybody, because either everybody has some residual left over from combat, sort of take the time and disinfect everybody with Presti.
Oh.
That feels refreshing.
Do you have a
Vizika's
preference
gonna-
on what you smell like?
Preferably something that Vizika would not like to eat.
Hey, even I have standards.
Hey, what does that mean?
Well, for one, I didn't offer to clean your boots.
I don't know how I feel about this.
Wonderful.
What's happening?
Nothing. Are you ready?
Why are you laid out?
I'm just relaxing, okay? I touched a book twice and I got these weird tinglies. I usually only get those from vials.
Odd.
Who knew books could do it too? Fucking books.
I'm getting high off the Lord.
I have heard that books are dangerous, so reading can get you.
It's crazy.
I want nothing more than to just call you out, but I can't.
I get fucked.
You didn't see it. Dun, 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 dun.
She sits up. She's like, all right. What now?
I heard
Vizika's
something.
sniffing the remains of the snail.
Okay.
Now that we're done taking it apart,
Yeah,
does
so...
it smell? Does it smell good?
Yeah, let me go and paint the scene of what happened here. After you dispatched of Oswin, you kind of watched as this creature evaporated away back into the astral. The gathering of materials that you did was actually sort of a conjuring of sorts, trying to gather what was left of the astral stuff, transforming it into material components. So
There's no like dust left or anything like that?
Sadly, from a roleplay standpoint, it wouldn't have a smell to it. Whatever was remaining in the area, perhaps maybe some what's the word I'm looking for? Remnants specifically of like the snail moving around, some latent magic kind of hovering around in the air. But as far as natural senses go, you're not really picking up anything.
Oh. Oh well.
Oh, wow. Did it leave like a trail? I know snails leave trails.
Not like a physical one.
You couldn't sniff, I don't know, the
No.
trail?
No smells.
Oh.
I too heard something up north up there. If you'd like to check it out.
Lead on.
All right. Is the party ready to advance further?
Marius, are you okay? You still look like your lights are flickering a bit.
I'll be well enough.
I got my flask still. She like starts unbuttoning it from her hip.
If the books had that much of an effect on you, it's perhaps best that you keep them.
Oh no, it like didn't hurt or nothing.
It had you laid out.
Yeah, as in like I read and learned. She like does a like one of those now you know things with her hands.
Marius's helmet can't convey brows knitting together, but there's like a subtle list to his helmet. So he goes, huh.
I mean, I touched like, I don't know, 2 or 3, and I felt like every time I used my whip, it was something new. Don't know books can hold such cool shit.
Not normal books, at least. But we can continue, I'm fine.
All right.
All right. So
Come on,
you
just
are-
take it. She like offers out the flask to him.
The hand comes up in a dismissive sort of gesture and follows behind.
No. No. All right. You'll kind of progress up to the north, where you see the ruins of the fallen books that have collapsed all around you, and up to the north, one that Marius you did not see before, but seems to be open. A door of light that's opened itself within the bookshelf. If you all are ready to step forward into the light, please let me know if there's any objection. Speak now.
Good to go?
All right.
Drink this potion.
All right.
Okay. With that, you'll kind of go inside the light. There, you'll be bathed in this. Like I said, it's just like a bright, warm light that you enter to until you see this ornate wooden door before you. As you approach, it automatically opens. And as it does, you kind of watch the light fade around you as you find yourself in a new room of sorts. Okay. So, with that, I shall unpause. As you look around before you, you will see that it appears to be a study of some kind. The cleanest study that you've seen up to this point. Various books are scattered all across. You see an assortment of strange and unusual items from on top of the shelves, including one that appears to be a chessboard of some kind. And then before you to the north, resting in what seems to be a comfortable bed, is a lifeless body. Safe to assume that this is one Archmage Aldoris Thalarian. As a reminder, because it has been some time, you have come here to the crypt, specifically to cast a sort of speak with dead, to ask some questions to the fallen Archmage. You've been given a card that allows you one cast of Speak with Dead. I don't remember which of you has it. I feel like it is either Zika or Marius that currently has the card. If anyone
Certainly
remembers.
not me.
I have it written down in my notes, but I don't have who has it.
Got it. Well, in this instance, as I'm sure someone will correct us, we will say Marius has the card, or whoever did have the card has handed it off to Marius. And then Marius, you're free to give it to whoever you wish.
Oh God. Hey guys.
Hey.
Did we come up with like a list of questions? Because this is limited. I think Talk with Dead or Speak with Dead only has like 5 questions.
5 questions!
So
Oh
we
my
can't...
god, Joe came here for 5 questions? That's brutal.
And a fist fight, maybe.
Hey,
True.
he's a professional.
I walk up to the corpse, I punch it in the face, I say, "Get up." So obviously we want to know a means to destroy Cosmotara.
Mhm.
Is there?
His favorite color.
No.
His favorite food.
No, rather.
Why there wasn't any
frivolous.
food in the cafeteria.
No, we'll just take that out on him later. It's all right.
What's up with all the stupid chess puzzles?
Oh, okay, well, I mean, yes, but maybe not a question.
Hi, can I spend my 5th question just really being sassy? I just really want to
Can you ask him out of all the time he spent in academy why wizards are such dickheads?
We already know why.
Yeah, but I want to hear it from his mouth.
So a means
I want to hear him say it.
to destroy. Make sure I'm spelling it right.
I guess I didn't expect that we'd have the 5-question limit.
Mm.
So I'm just trying to look through my notes and see what we should be asking.
So a means to destroy Cosmotara. God. An item or weapon to assist us.
Ooh.
What about any questions about what are they? Like the sages of Ganymede or something to do with those, like whether or not they're trustworthy and or able to help and or worth.
You mean like if the Ganymedian emissary, like Stragalis and them, are all
like
Gucci?
legit. Yeah.
But would he
Just 'cause-
know?
Just well, maybe. I
Mm.
mean,
How long has it been?
I feel like I feel like they're new, aren't they? Like Ganymedian emissaries.
as emissaries, yes, but
Hmm.
don't they hate Cosma? Like Cosma caused the desolation on Ganymede, and they are mortal enemies.
Should
And Stragalis said that he and his allies would assist us in fighting Cosma.
should it be like, can the Ganymedians be trusted?
Maybe.
Ooh. Nice.
Because
Okay.
Ceratos was one of the sages, and wasn't
Wasn't
Cosma,
he like a fuck ton of sages though? Wasn't he like a bunch of the
100.
sages?
Oh, well, no, the sages combined together into Hecaton.
Oh God. Okay. All right. So can the Ganymedians be trusted? That's what I have written as the third question.
In fighting,
Oh, in fighting. Can
Perhaps,
enemies
like,
be trusted in fighting.
Cosma Tara.
So it
Baby
means
two.
to destroy
You're right.
Cosmotara, an item or weapon to assist us in our quest.
Unless
Can
the
the
first question
Ganymedians be trusted?
answers the second question, In which case, maybe we should have a backup sixth
True.
question.
I'll write this as a potential.
Maybe.
What about other allies?
Oh.
Mm.
Who defeated it was the I know it was the
Goblins?
quote unquote no, that's like the made up story.
Oh, yeah.
The goblins defeated one of the Cosmos. Who else could like did they ever explain the other party members that fought the other Cosma? Like surely they're all dead, like Aldoris.
Who was Alis again? Because a letter from Alis stated that Aldoris died in the Astral Veil and wasn't there to fight Kara, but Aldoris's journal said otherwise.
What if he's like a genie?
What?
A genie. Like, what if we have to ask very, like, specific things? What if we say, like, how did we defeat him? And he's like, well, I don't know.
I mean, the likelihood of that happening is there regardless.
There's only so much we can do to prevent that, anyways.
He's not compelled to help us.
Also, it might not just be a story, because like Senator Garwin of Ishtar was telling us about the goblins and people that took down Kara. So it was like not that it was the goblins alone, but that it was goblins and others.
One of my favorite things about this is, much like in real life, history is told by the victors. So you're not really certain.
Maybe we should tell him to tell us stories about all of the questions. That way we get as much information as possible.
We might be able to combine like question 1 and 2 by saying like means or items. Like, could we combine question 1 and 2?
Is there a means or item to destroy Cosmatara?
Tell us a story of how to do that.
Well, that's not a question, right? That's a...
Can you?
Can. He will answer that with, I can, and that'll be that.
Yep.
With a minimum of 1,000 words, please explain how.
We can just ask if there's any item or person, right?
Well, I
Can
suppose,
aid it.
yeah.
Or
Yeah, he
means.
might just
We're
say
thinking
yes.
about like a wizard's
Oh, yes?
trickery, yeah.
Okay. Oh, shit. Yes.
So we have to
Oh,
consider how...
God.
What item or means are there to destroy Cosmatara?
That's good. There we go.
Yeah, there shouldn't be any yes or no questions.
There to destroy Cosmatara. Can the Ganymedians be trusted
Oh, that's a yes or no.
to fight?
But that's all we need for that one.
I guess.
To fight on the Ishtarian, or to fight on our side against Cosma.
Maybe we could add at the end, like, and how, and why, and that kind of thing.
Out of character.
So that-
Would that be a
Genies-
second question?
Genies count those as 2 questions.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I
The
mean, he's
moment
not a
you
genie.
ask and why, or you attributed him to a genie.
Look, okay.
Did we want to ask about any of that corrupted mass that
I have a
was
10
taking
and
over
20
cities?
want from me.
The Hecaton mass?
Yeah, I don't know if we were looking for information on that as well.
Ooh, we did see. Oh god, was it ever revealed to us that that was actually Hecaton that was leaving the planet?
Yes. Okay, hang on.
If you know, then yes.
Oh.
Yeah, Strigalis told us like that the sages were Hecaton and that they hated Io and some other stuff. So I guess maybe to include in that question would be good to like, and can we trust them to fight with Io against Cosma Tara?
Have can the Ganymedians be trusted to fight on our side against Cosmatara?
Against this on the side of Io, I would say, because our side arbitrary.
On the side of Io against Cosmatara. Do we want to ask about the note?
The one that's Through the veils of the forgotten, fallen, and
Mhm.
cold. Indeed. From the elven girl?
Correct. From Tay.
It is connected to...
What would you ask?
I don't know. She said I always had this.
Yeah.
Hang on, okay. Retell the chapters, let them rise again, echoing through the halls of memory's domain. Maybe...
Magister's secrets, tales untold.
Is
Your
there...
secrets. Tell us your secrets.
Is
Yeah.
there a dragon in here?
There wasn't a
Yeah,
dragon, was
maybe
there?
we could ask him if there's any way that, like, he could come back to help us fight, or he, or any, like, minions he has.
Ooh, how would we ask that?
I feel like that could be answered by asking if there's a
Just ask if he has a
something
dragon.
that helps for help in the fight. Like,
That's true. Or maybe we can ask him, like, depending on
sorry.
how the first question goes, have you prepared anything for the coming of the future cosmos? Because back then, like, did they know that there were more? Did they know that they were fighting only one of three?
Ooh, that's a great question. I don't know. I don't know if that was ever elaborated to us. That
We
like,
should
they
read all his
knew.
books.
True. Scour the library.
Maybe we can ask him for permission to enter the Forbidden Archives. Like,
There was a creepy
Ooh,
lady.
can
can
we
you-
have
Yeah,
permission to enter? And oh,
There was a really creepy lady in there.
for the sake of saving the world.
we have permission to enter the Forbidden Library
I already went in.
for the sake of. Don't say that out loud. Can we have permission to enter the Forbidden Library for the sake
I will
of
lose it.
saving?
What? Why not?
You don't know who's listening.
God, I can't even roleplay my damn character. God, what kind of world do we live in?
I said so nobody, just in case nobody's listening. Not that you can't do it. What if Guilty Spark heard that and then blows a gasket?
Guilty Spark's not in here.
You don't know that.
You don't know how far he hears.
The illusion dissipates. You're still in the courtyard of the school. I got you.
Oh, failed
I knew you didn't follow the rules. You failed the test.
So what items or means are there to destroy Cosmotar? Can the Ganymedians be trusted to fight on the side of Io against Cosmotara? Can we have permission to enter the Forbidden Library for the sake of saving the world?
Nice,
2 more
nice.
questions.
Do we want to do something about, like, did you leave anything in the way of preparation for? Because if we take the poem and the dragon is literal, although it's a dragon standing guard over a magister's secrets, so that could hypothetically be the lady in the library. Also, are the echoes of time forever a master? Like, is time the master, or is the ancient caster the master?
We could take a chance and just be like, can you tell us what this note is about? Or something like that. But, I mean, that
No.
leaves it open to vagaries. But if he answers, then that would be a lot of info.
Can you explain this note?
The issue with that, like, cans
say
or
yes.
will you, he'll just say yes.
Yeah.
Explain this note.
That's
not
not
a
a
question.
question.
Fuck.
Very good, Momo.
Explain this note? Question mark?
Silence. Please explain this note to us.
Oh, that could work. Please explain this note to us.
Well,
That's not a
Not a
question.
question.
What does
that's
this
a matter of will.
What is
the
this note
meaning
about?
of this note?
What does this note mean?
I love
Yeah.
Sleep with Dead so fucking much as a DM. It's just
What
the best.
does this note?
Well,
What does
okay.
the text on this note mean?
Through the veils, the forgotten, fallen and cold.
Text on this note mean.
If you wanted to be more specific, we could just ask about Magister's secrets or whatever.
You could
seems
just
to be
say,
the
what
most
is the
important.
meaning of this note?
Going through the-
Is there a dragon in this place?
Well, okay. Retell the chapters. I think. It's a Master of Wisdom and Ancient Caster. Echoes of Time.
What if?
Maybe there's a way that we can trigger him to retell the chapters.
What if this guy took his memories and put them into books, and the note is telling us to take his memories and learn from them?
Right. Could be. Retell the chapters.
That is honestly a valid reasoning that Momo did. I'm laughing because I can imagine she's being like, what if we just need to take all the books, specifically from the Forbidden Library? Maybe that's what the note's saying.
I mean, he's got books in here. Wouldn't these be his memories? If, like, he was a wizard to scribe them into something, he'd put them in his bedchamber.
Maybe it's all of his favorite Hayome
And
manga.
what if you pull a book and a 9th level glyph of warding goes off because he's an archmage and we all explode?
What's that thing on the floor?
Yeah, that's concerning.
What items or means are there to destroy Cosmotara? Can the Ganymedians be trusted to fight on the side of Io against Cosmotara? Can we have permission to enter the Forbidden Library for the sake of saving the world? What is the meaning of this note?
No, not can we have. Can you, will... Because what if he just says, hypothetically, yes? Is there a way to, like, actually just
I punch
request...
his ghost as if he says hypothetically yes.
Do we have permission to, I guess?
That also could be,
Do we
like,
know what we're looking
Yeah,
do
'cause
we
that
have
could just be
permission?
him
Could be
saying
like,
no.
at the moment, no. Like I said, that just depends on how much of an asshole he wants to be.
Fuck.
Because it could be
because
that...
we can't ask him, will you, or like,
I mean,
may
we
you-
could. We're thinking worst case scenario.
Shouldn't our last question be how to get out of here? Because I think otherwise we're trapped. Or is the dude just on the other side of the door until we go, hey, we finished and we got all the info. Let us out.
what if he's not dead?
Wait, do we want the last question to be
Sleeping
like
right
about Guilty Spark?
Can we take your robot with us?
Yeah.
That's a no.
I don't know if like asking necessarily the meaning of the poem is the way to go.
My initial thought had been that we would have found the answers here
Mm-hmm.
in the form of something. But when we saw the Sphinx and it wasn't a dragon, I was like, fuck. I don't know what it is anymore now. The only dragon I know about is the dragon from a completely different adventure.
My dragon.
Is it my dragon?
I hope you're my dragon.
Yeah, it's from the Spires of Euclid. That's like the only dragon I know about in all of Io.
Maybe it is that dragon.
They're the Veils of the Forgotten.
How long do dragons live?
Fallen and cold.
Forever!
Pierce the silence that stories untold, or tell the chapters, let them rise again, echoing through the halls of memory's domain. I feel like this is it. Like, the first part is this. Like, we went through the dorms, the cafeteria, the library, all of those.
Is the snail the
fiftieth.
dragon?
Is this...
Oh. I mean, that track.
The dragon stands firm, steadfast and bold, over a magister's secrets, tales untold. Was a master of wisdom and ancient caster and echoes of time, forever the master.
Forever
Did
the
he
master of...
Did he call his fucking snail like a mighty dragon or some shit like that?
I mean,
It could all
wouldn't
just
put
be
it past him.
metaphors. Yeah.
Alternatively, it could be the guardian in the Forbidden Library is maybe like the spirit of
first
a
part-
dragon.
The first part is definitely this entire place.
Yes.
Because every time we asked about something, Guilty Spark said, well, this is how he remembered it. So
Right.
this is all memories domain.
Or maybe he's calling himself the dragon. Well, no. Well, is he the Magister? The Magister's
I think
secrets
he'd be
tells
the
him.
Magister.
Right.
so.
Yeah. I'm
Man.
We could ask
we
about
didn't-
Tales Untold. No,
I don't remember seeing any like dragon iconography either, so I can only assume it's the snail.
We
Snail
could,
trail.
okay, instead of asking him about the meaning of the poem, we could ask, what are the Magister's secrets?
Mm.
It could have been the keeper of the like restricted section. She could be a dragon.
So asking what are the Magister's secrets would cover either case of whoever the dragon is.
I like it. What are the Magister's secrets is good.
Because can't dragons take humanoid form?
Not all of them. Only one type. Canonical. Actually, I can't even say that shit. This is IO. I have no fucking clue.
Smile.
Surprised I'm a dragon.
And I wouldn't know that because, like, I didn't get to play Haya long enough for her to know whether or not a dragon could take humanoid form. It talked to me like a humanoid. It was sassy like a humanoid.
Well, what are we thinking for a fifth?
That's it. That's the fifth question. That is what we need.
Okay, so wait, what are all five?
What
Oh,
item
okay.
or means are there to destroy Cosmotara? Can the Ganymedians be trusted to fight on the side of Io against Cosmotara? Can we have permission to enter the Forbidden Library for the sake of saving the world? And what are the Magister's secrets?
So one more.
One more. Why are you such a dork?
We could always save the last question, think about it, like
Yeah.
after, like is there usually a timer, like if you cast Speak with Dead and if you don't ask your last question fast enough, it just fades?
Not if we go by the D&D movie.
That's right.
Okay.
Question about the secret library needs to be reworded. Because if we say, can we have permission, he can say something like, maybe. We need,
The issue
like...
is that there's no other way to word that.
Yeah. I mean, we could always be extra
Will you
polite and
let
be
us into...
can you please? Well, he could also say, I will, ... like in 100
He could
years.
also, he could also say maybe to the will you let us in.
Right.
That's
So
the
we could-
issue with that.
I would just say, can you please let us into or give us access to? Because that's still a question. But it's a more direct request kind of question.
Ask him to teach us Speak with Dead so we can ask him more.
Let me double check my spell list. I might be able to just...
Are you dead?
Because I'm an artificer and apparently I have every spell.
What if we go to Speak with Dead and it doesn't work?
Wait, is the issue with
Then he's
Speak with
alive.
Dead, is it that you can't cast it twice on the same corpse, or the same person can't cast it twice?
Oh, yeah, I think it's... I don't know, actually.
Is that a rule?
Never mind. It's not an artificer spell.
Well, we can save our last question for after we get the answers to the other questions.
Let's see what the first question gives us. If he's some smarmy cunt who's not going to actually answer questions or is going to like tap dance around them, then we know how to play the other question.
Right. But at the same time, like we were told that he set this up, like he made it so his corpse could be called upon. So it would be so weird if he like gives us those snarky like
But he's a
answers.
wizard.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, but I have a question. Why... We should just try to wake him up first. Because if he's set, like, in here, then maybe we don't even have to do Speak with the Dead.
Yeah,
Because
maybe.
He made the whole fucking place for us to talk to him and prove that we're worthy to get to him, then we may not even need the spell Speak with the Dead.
Or maybe the library card spell that we got basically is like it wakes him up for like a... Maybe it's not even a 5-question limit. It's just like that wakes him up to talk to as a spirit for however long we need to.
That's it. I'm going to wake him up.
Or it's a trap and it banishes him away
I'm
forever.
gonna hold vortex warp just in case to bamf her away from the corpse if he starts violently glowing.
We have our questions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
4 of them.
With my silent feet, I walk close.
Okay.
I also hate that this chair looks like a fish tail.
All right, just shitting on the map maker like that.
It just looks like a fish, like a little blobfish. Like, I just want to, like, pet it.
Oh, are those
Submarine.
cool rocks?
Don't.
Don't.
Mm.
Maybe, like, look at the books or something.
Yeah,
What do
what
the
sorts
books
of
say?
books are on these shelves? Can I just view the titles of the books for a general idea?
As you look at each, each spine of the book, you see various symbols. Nothing seems to be in the common tongue.
You recognize these symbols, Marius?
Oh, let me see.
Go ahead and make an Arcana check if you're looking to learn more, Marius. Beautiful.
Stinky.
So with a 13.
Oh,
What?
I'm gonna give myself a +4 to that roll
Okay.
with
Wow.
Flash of Genius. I'm making that a
Oh.
17.
All right, 17. As you look at the runes of the book, you will see that this is a shorthand that some wizards will do to specifically scribe signification of a particular spell. You theorize that each book that you are currently looking at houses one or two spells from the wizard's spell tree.
Hmm.
Oh. It's a bunch of shorthand wizard librams. They possess spells, one or two of them.
Hmm. Well, no surprise there, I suppose.
Does that mean Gareth could learn them?
No.
I
Gareth
did
is-
learn what. Oh,
Gareth is not a wizard.
You're a wizard. Right?
no, I don't think I can. I don't know why I was able to learn that other one, but it just worked out that way.
Yeah, that one's particularly allowed you
But you
to
said you're a wizard.
manipulate an existing innate spell that you already have.
No, I know.
Okay.
But he was telling us that he's a wizard.
Ah, true. Gotcha. Then I'll zip it.
Do you?
Uh,
Does anybody want to look around at shit before I wake him up?
Oh. Sounds like Cheats is waking up the old man. Look, I am a wizard. Let's just move on.
Okay. Performance
we're gonna-
anxiety, I understand.
We're gonna activate that just.
Just, never know. The corpse floats up into the sky, starts blasting innervations at you.
Hello, your most justly wizardnessly.
There
What is she saying?
there is no response from the body.
I poke it.
Oh my god.
Hello.
The body is stiff and cold. No response. Ew.
It's
She
like
pokes a
preserved.
dead body and says, ew.
He looks pristine, okay? What do you want from me?
It's funny. Like, that was the surprise. Guys, I think he's dead.
I think he's dead.
Well,
Hello?
You scream into the body. No response.
He's dead.
You turn around and leave the crypt. I don't know what happened, guys.
He's
You
dead,
would've
guys.
talked.
Marius produces the card that was given to him. Just because there was the passing idea. Can I check the card for anything untoward?
What do you mean by this?
Well, one of my companions had suggested the idea that there could potentially be something malicious within the incantation.
I see.
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
go ahead and make an Arcana check. notes to study it further. It is a beautifully elegant, almost business card that says in a fine font, "Speak with dead." You can feel the weight of the magic from within. That's a 10.
What if I tell him all his books are on fire?
Is there anything else you are doing?
I'll take it dead.
A 10 is insufficient. You can only go off of what you've been told, which is this card contains one use of the Speak with Dead spell.
All right, time to banish this asshole to the nether. Marius holds up the card. The lights on his helmet flicker for a moment, and then his voice begins to project from within, and he will recite the incantation.
As you recite the incantation that's kind of scribed in the back of the card, of the Speak with Dead card, upon the finishing words, you will watch as the card sort of evaporates away into ash, suggesting that the spell has taken place. And after a pause and a moment, you will watch as the corpse opens their eyes, staring forward.
Oh, God! She like stumbles back.
Hello there.
Hello?
I wasn't touching, I swear. Hello.
Hello.
Marius sort of pauses for a moment. He looks to the rest of his companions.
Well, we have the questions, don't we?
I'm just a little thrown, as well. Give me a moment.
Hello.
Hello.
How long you been down here?
Oh my God!
And that's the first question.
I'm not entirely sure. It depends how long I've been dead. So I don't really know the year currently.
You have 4 questions.
You are not allowed to talk anymore.
That's not very nice.
Eldorus, what items or means are there to destroy Cosmotora?
There are several. You could hunt for many things.
That is your second question. You have 3 questions remaining.
Slow turns to look at Vazika. I see. Eldorus, can the Ganymedians be trusted to fight on the side of Io against Cosmotora?
A fine question. Who are the Ganymedians?
Oh boy.
That is your 3rd question. You have 2 more to ask.
Marius's finger twitches as it slowly curls into a fist. Eldorus, can we have permission to enter the Forbidden Library for the sake of saving the world?
I don't know. Can you?
That is your 4th question. You have 1 more remaining.
I'm gonna kill him dead.
I have
Again.
no more questions.
Well, we still got the one about Magister's secrets,
I know.
right?
as he's mid stomp, he turns around, points his clawed finger at Eldorus. What are the Magister's secrets?
Ah, another fine question. Which Magister do you refer to?
And that was your 5th question.
He begins to grab the fulgurite rod from his shoulder.
He closes his eyes. Wait.
Wait, Wait, don't go back to sleep.
Oh, I'm just kidding. Oh, I've been waiting so long to do that. You don't... 5 questions, how arbitrary. Hello, everyone.
I fucking told you! She pokes him again.
Wow.
Like, really hard, like...
Where's my assistant? Oh, he's going to love this one.
Told you.
Perfect.
He's doing weird.
Don't act like you had this whole thing understood from the beginning.
I mean, I didn't. You'd know if I did.
Well, look at all of you. You've managed to get through all of my great tests. How did it go?
It hurt.
I was really sad that there was no food in the cafeteria.
And I as well, yes.
Oh.
And our condolences as well.
Condolences on what?
Your companion.
Have to be more specific.
The snail.
Oswin?
Oh, Oswin. Oh. Oh, you... Oh, I appreciate that, but, I mean, that wasn't my familiar. It was a little facsimile I designed around it. Well, when is it? Did you defeat it?
Indeed.
How was that?
No.
Good.
Well, I almost died.
Almost died? I didn't make it that tough.
I
Sure.
It is when you dump decks.
Ah, yes, a classic problem. We never really had a way around that back in the academy. Wizards, you see.
Does this mean you're going to actually answer the questions we have?
Well, you have me for about, well, until this time, when 24 hours pass. Though I'm not entirely sure if I got the correct spell, because if we are currently in the astral, that might be a lot longer. But I think it's about 24 hours, yes.
Wow. That's a long time.
How long have you had this failsafe up?
Oh, this whole, my entire academy failsafe?
Indeed.
Oh, good question. I've had it up for a few years before I died. And I'm not sure what year it is now.
What year is it now?
2195.
2195, yeah.
2195.
That is well over 1,000 years since you've died.
It took you 1,000 years.
Well,
All right.
Well, I've only been alive for 30 of them.
we don't know if
What?
anybody else came here before, but Cosma Tara or Kara, whichever one is alive now, and only came out recently. Like a few weeks ago.
What's my Tara?
Yes, it's like
I
big
don't
flying
recognize
baby.
that one. Oh, yes, Cosmakara. Defeated it.
What?
Cosmakara.
No, there's a
She's
new
flying.
one.
We did it.
Wow.
Cosma Tara is alive now.
Oh. That's a new one, is it?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
It's like a big, nasty, bubbly baby in the sky.
I don't like how
Oh,
you
yeah,
said that.
I'm quite familiar with the Cosma clan. Oh, well, of course, just refer to the simulation.
Huh?
One more time?
The simulation, Levin simulation, I perfected it.
Huh? You made the baby?
No, I did not make the baby.
Oh.
I made the means to fight back against it. I assumed that something would come again. And if not, it's just a good simulation, really. Pet project.
Well, you're right.
Oh. Like
Right.
like an arcade game.
What?
It's probably... he probably has no idea what that is.
Oh my god.
It's been 1,000 years, Cheats.
Wait, if we have 24 hours with him, we could show him Naomi.
Let's.
We do not have enough time to show him Naomi.
Okay, but like at least the best episode.
They
like
don't
the
make
highlights.
sense without the filler. I
Okay.
don't care who you are. You're not gonna convince me they don't make sense without the filler.
I didn't quite care for the filler episode.
Oh my god, here we go. Don't care about the filler.
Okay.
No, don't worry, folks. I have no interest in theatre.
Oh.
Yes, theater.
What a nerd.
Can you
What?
explain the simulation?
The simulation? Oh, sure. It was a means of Levin training us to defeat Cosmokara at the time. So I decided, well, I'm not going to be around forever. So I thought, maybe I should create something that provides a bit of a test, and it learns off of itself, and it learns off all the information we did and comes up with new ways to defeat the Cosmoclan if they ever came back. Now they have. And you lot are screwed, probably.
Who's Levin?
Why would we be screwed?
Name's Levin. I'm not even going to bother answering that stupid question. Next one.
Okay. Why is it a
Why
stupid
is
question?
Levin?
Why is
Oh,
it?
that's rude.
Well, Levin was the headmaster of the Adrastor Academy. One of the greatest minds of his time. Surely you've read some of the books.
I'll be real
Admittedly-
honest with you. The only books I've read in like the last 20 years are like some of his and some of yours.
Oh. Which ones are mine?
Next question.
The ones we read in your library. But
Ah.
you should know, many of our companions here are from a land that is desolate. It does not have many of the commodities and stations that are available like you had in your past.
Oh, probably from Goblin Lands then, yes.
Far worse, I'm afraid.
Bugbear?
Demons.
Yeah.
Demons?
We are from a land known as Asmodia. It is ravaged by shadows.
Ah.
I didn't quite have access to books growing up.
You did not have what? Oh, you poor souls. What? Where I put Oswin, there's plenty of books in there. Feel free, look through them.
Oh, he ate a lot of them.
He what?
He ate a lot of the books in there.
No!
He was also quite massive.
He's not that big.
He was like twice as tall as
like
Marius.
4x4
Maybe
squares.
even taller than that.
Oh, Oswin! Ah! Well, what about them? Well, the books in here are okay at least.
What's in the restricted section? Why even have one?
Because it's always had one. Because if you're going to have a magical school, you should have a restricted section. It's
But
about
why?
temptation.
All it does is tempt people.
Exactly, and it's a lesson in how knowledge should be pursued, but to a limit. You know, it's there to show you that you have restrictions in your literature. I don't know what's in there. I don't go in there.
You had access to them, right?
Yes,
You
but
don't even know what's in there.
I went in there once to dump one book, and that's it. And I've already said too much.
What was in the book?
Nothing.
That's a lie. Now we're lying to each other.
Who
I
made that
also have
rule?
never gone in there. Look, now we're always gonna lie.
You went in the restricted section.
You went in the
No.
forbidden section?
You can't go
When in the
in
hell
there.
did you do that?
But even if I did, what's in there?
I don't know. It's restricted. Forbidden.
Well, you made the whole place, which means you made all the papers, which means you made all the ink, which means made you all the things that are fucking us up in here.
I didn't make everything, just most of it.
But it's your memories.
So, I don't check the restricted section.
So what you're telling me is all the books in there just blank, because you don't know what's in there.
No, I know one book in there.
Which one?
Why are you so caught up on this?
I just want to know. Because if there is one book in there that has writing on it, I mean, it makes sense, right? These are his memories. That means that if he never went in there, then all those books are empty.
Well, I think it's more important to be asking whether or not that one book would even have any relevance on us defeating Cosmatara.
Exactly.
Depends how desperate you are, I suppose.
I am verily, verily desperate. The whole world's like, it could die.
Well, the Ionian Senate is being incredibly unhelpful, and they're really not willing to spare many resources at all to help fight this fight. Do you actually not know who the Ganymedians are?
Of course not. Also, Io has a senate ruling the entirety of the planet.
Yep.
Democracy has advanced to that stage.
Yeah, but it's pretty bad because they're all, they're about to
assholes.
They're about to cut off a part of Io just because it's not financially viable to help support it, and leave a bunch of people to their deaths, and maybe leave Cosmatara to be a threat to be dealt with in the far future, because for now it'll be too busy killing all of our people.
Oh, you can't leave the Cosma clan to grow in strength. They're very powerful. It took many of us to defeat the first one.
Exactly.
Exactly.
How did you defeat
help.
the first one?
Oh.
I have to think.
Wait,
At
Marius,
least-
could
at
you
l-
show him an image of the Ganymedian?
At least 15 people.
I can show him several.
Yeah, maybe they knew him by a different name. It has been really fucking long.
Yeah.
Really old.
We
Marius.
met this one guy named Strigalis.
Upturning his palm and projecting the sort of crystal that's there in the center, he would show a picture of Strigalis, the Ganymedian emissary from the Ionian Senate.
Ah. No, I'm not familiar with that. Some sort of... What is it? Classified as an ooze, maybe?
It's an alien from
Maybe.
another planet that said that Cosma caused the desolation on their planet called Ganymede, and that they were mortal enemies.
Another planet?
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you getting there?
This is what the
Spaceships.
planet looks like.
They got
Show
here. We
off
didn't
what
get
Ganymede
there.
looks like.
Yeah, we got spaceships.
Wait, what were you saying?
I showed what Ganymede looks like.
Oh, Ganymede. Okay, all right.
Oh. Well, yes, I mean, we had means of seeing the stars and whatnot, but you're telling me that you've met people from there? These blue folks?
As well as others. Twisting the image, he would show an image of Ceratos.
I have to... 1 second.
Yeah, I guess you
I
heard
start
it.
rapidly changing pictures so that way the DM has to struggle.
I'm like, every time you're like, sure.
And this is Ceratos, and this is the Ceratos coach collector, and this is
And then here's Ganymede.
This is the Tiny Tim oven.
I'm just swiping through my pictures fast as fuck.
Yes.
These are the
Strange
corpses of the
architecture.
restless.
And then here is Ceratos.
And then Hecaton too, because the Hecaton is a combination of when they all combine together into one.
And then Hecaton is just in space, this just giant slime ball, like red slime ball, in the same red that is the Ceratos image that you see.
Marius, you should show him one of those like space diagrams we learned about as kids. The ones with like all the whole space around us.
A constellation chart or a star chart?
No, like the one that has the star in the middle, and then like all the planets around us.
This is
Certainly.
fascinating.
Show him all the planets.
Marius sort of thinks back to his time in Arkmund, and then would project a image of the solar system if it exists.
Okay. Yes. Give me 1 second. So this is actually something I can show everybody.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You gotta act like, like, oh, it's all good. 1 second. But there's so many maps. Oh my god.
And then this is the inside of Arkmund, and then this is where my shop is at, and then this is where we got noodles.
All right.
Oh yeah, I love that place.
All right, here we go. Give me 1 second.
It's great because I always laugh when my players info dump NPCs, and
Yep.
here I am.
Yeah. Smiling, just having a good time, just being like, yeah, what of it. Hold on. I can actually... I'm waiting for it to load for some reason. Ah, there we go. Okay, then I'm just gonna... All right, and then here's the star map.
Ooh.
Oh hell yeah!
Are you projecting that?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm just...
Look at that.
Al, you'll notice that Io is represented as a shattered planet.
It's not entirely accurate, though, is it? Isn't that us there?
Yeah.
Yes. Planet is bound by chains to its central core.
What's he on about? No, it's not. I've been across many portions of this planet. It's
1,000 years ago.
Yeah, it's
Right.
always been like this.
So you're telling me that at this moment, our planet is all destroyed and bound by chains?
Correct.
Oh yeah, the thing that I was saying was that the Senate is gonna unbind the chains holding our part of the planet, and that's how they're gonna abandon it and leave Cosma in the distance.
Yeah, and they can't do
What?
that.
What?
Yeah, the Senate sucks.
What do you mean? Bound by chains?
They're like really
Marius.
big chains.
chains.
Marius takes 2 fingers and, much like you would with a touch phone, zooms in on Io to show a depiction of Io
All
with
right.
its
Mhm.
with its feathered chains connecting all of the continents.
Big chains.
I'm just gonna zoom in. Loading. Founder's being very slow at map loading, so I apologize for that.
Oh,
Your minor illusion is very slow.
Wi-Fi in here sucks.
It is attempting to connect to the Wi-Fi. Apologies.
So what?
Turn the Bluetooth in off.
It's something that allows us to share data.
What? That's something. I'm confused.
It's okay, I am all the time.
This is not how it was when I was here.
Well, you're
What
still
happened?
here technically.
Vizika's gonna point to where he is right now.
You point over at this town, southern Ishtar.
That's where we are right now, and where you are too.
It seems accurate. And Southern Ishtar is the name that we gave it. Well, that was known to us.
Oh wow, it kept its name? I hope I keep my name for 1,000 years.
You might then remember Asmodia as Luxon.
Luxon.
Yeah.
That, Brett?
Yes, you would.
Yeah, okay.
Since you described, yeah. Asmodia was where, for you as a player, is where you all fought Asmodeus.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm. And then you, as Aldor, so you fought that, I believe, as Sterling.
As
You fought
Sterling, yeah.
Aldoris, yeah. Or sorry, not Aldoris, Asmodeus.
Asmodeus, mhm.
Yeah, and Aldoris fought Ashura, who was one of the Shadow Lords in Northern Ishtar, which was not tropical, was snowy. This is actually completely reversed, because Southern Ishtar, back in your day, first of all, Ishtar was one continent. Second, Ishtar was the tropical land, and Northern Ishtar was kind of more the icy
zone,
temperate with a little bit
of
icy mountains.
That's where the Exodus was, right?
That is correct.
I think someone's got their cartography a little bit backwards here, but otherwise, interesting.
Oh, it's pretty accurate, actually.
Yeah, this is how it is now.
And Asmodia over here, which several of us are from, is at threat of being released and drifting away from the whole of Io.
And that's where Cosmatara is right now. Unless it moved very far.
Tell me of this Cosmatara. It is, as you described, a giant baby again, right?
Collapsing the image, he pulls up the image of Cosmatara.
Ooh.
Oh.
I hear you smiling. I hear it. I just want you to know I fucking hear it.
Listen, I just remember you saying this was going to be a nice, chill stream for you, and I took that personally.
and I took that personally. Okay, give me 1 second. Actually, I will just show the map that you guys were at. Global. Is there... Excuse me, sorry. Okay. And then I'm just making sure Snake contains global source of light with all of the bases in, follow exploration token vision. Nope. Okay. And then I will activate this. Unfortunately, Foundry's being very slow with loading because I think these are old maps, so they must have some sort of like archive system. So they're like, gotta pull this out of the archives.
99%.
Yeah, that 99%'s a lie.
That Windows loading bar.
99, smile. Anyways, you're free to continue to talk amongst yourselves while...
Sure, hold on, the Wi-Fi in
Oh! Yes, that's a familiar one there. Looks a bit more vicious this time round.
I'll end the combat. Yeah, so that's what you would see, kind of like floating up in the sky. Like, that's the picture that was taken.
I'm all too familiar with that kind of creature.
This is also fun for Joe because now him as a player are learning things that Buddy and Deadbeats don't know.
I didn't realize you guys had fought this guy.
Well, fought is we ran away from this guy.
Oh, I can't imagine why.
Interesting. Well, and previously you asked, and I apologize, I have not got your names. I'm Outdoors Thalarian, headmaster of this academy.
I'm Viziko Erskine. Nice to meet you.
And you?
That's such a cool last name. What the fuck?
What name?
Yes, I had elven family.
Oh, no. But your name's cool too.
Oh.
I'm Gareth Steelfist.
Mario Septum.
And I am Vanya de Basho. Nice hat, by the way.
Where is it?
She points at this desk where this hat is. The pointy hat.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, is there, you think, any chance I can borrow it? Since you don't need it, clearly.
Yeah, what's mine is yours, to an extent. Anything that has collectors on it, please do not take with you. They are priceless, and if you guys have already caused the entire planet to have imploded, then I do not trust it to leave this room. But that hat...
No, we didn't do
fine. Oh. Well, when I say you lot, I mostly mean every generation after mine.
That's much more fair.
It's not. No, it's not. It's not fair.
I mean, look at our generation now.
We don't even have books.
It's very unfair to put, like, all of the past transgressions of our generations on our shoulders. We didn't do that.
We also didn't help it.
What are we doing right now?
Well,
If we help it, that'll change. But
I believe, was it you, Gareth, that asked, how did we defeat it the first time?
Yes.
Great sacrifice, mostly. We had some of the finest, most heroic people in the entirety of the planet. We had goblins who were powerful beyond any means. The wizards that I worked with were phenomenal. Some of the people just coming from all walks of life to attack a creature simultaneously to make sure that it was brought down. And I can't tell you what all of they sacrificed, but I can tell you a close friend of mine sacrificed everything. Just so that we could harm this thing. So it could be vulnerable to our attack. If you want to defeat a Cosma, it can cost everything you know. You must be willing to sacrifice. And you must be willing to put everything on the line.
Sounds like we have some big shoes to fill.
I wouldn't say so. Average, mostly. I've documented the foot sizes.
I'm joking. Yeah, okay, all right. I just figured.
But you can refer to my simulation as long as it has still been running. However, unfortunately, currently not here. You don't have to go all the way into the Exodus, I'm afraid.
What?
The Exodus Academy. Oh! What did Motto call it again? Oh! He's going to kill me! Assassin something! Academy of Assassins? It might be that.
any idea what he's talking about?
Yeah, do we know that?
Go ahead and, for those that are not native Asmodians, make a history check.
Not native Asmodian?
What if I spent time in other places?
You spent time in other places. Go ahead and do I'll allow a history check. I will also allow a general wisdom check.
Okay, I'll do history.
All right. So,
If I
23 is perfect.
Okay.
Specifically, Northern Ishtar is an academy of shadows, an academy of assassins. It is there that once upon a time, this academy used to be an academy for wizards, known as the Exodus Academy. After the defeat of the Shadow Lords over more than 1,000 years ago, the Exodus Academy was then claimed sort of in a alliance with the goblins of the Southern Ishtar region. The Exodus Academy was given to the goblins and was led by one of the heroic goblins by the name of Model, who transformed this formerly wizard academy into an academy of martial arts and assassins. So for rogues and monks and things of that nature. The Exodus Academy was relocated to Southern Ishtar, funny enough, where you currently are. Which had its own deep history, that it had fallen once upon a time, and then it was reclaimed, rebuilt for new Wizards Light.
I'm sorry, did you give us the current name for it, or is it still called Exodus Academy?
It's the Academy of Shadows, but Exodus Academy is its historic name.
During my time in Arkmont, my mentors would often talk about many of the other colleges and collegiums that are available in IO. I never showed much interest or prowess, but I believe I've heard of the Exodus. I believe it goes by the College of Shadows. It's here, in this land at least.
Alright, well, that's why you'll be able to get through to the Astro Academy anyway.
Are you going to let us in?
Enter the Astro? Well, I don't know what's there anymore, but, I mean, I have the key to get there.
Can we have it?
Marius, you'll make note that he mentions the astral, which is another plane of being, typically used as a hopping off point for teleportation. It, to you, sounds like Aldor is suggesting this is a location specifically in the astral itself.
I assume the astral is like the in-between, right?
Yeah, it's like in D&D, like the astral plane. That is the astral veil. The astral veil is in IO is a sort of dimension that in itself veils over areas. So depending on where you are, the astral takes a different form because it takes the characteristics of what is in the prime plane. So the astral here would look different than what it would in Northern Ishtar, would look different than what it would look in Asmodia. So yeah. But as far as like actually traversing the astral and staying there, that is more theoretical than it is practical.
Can we have the key?
I mean, so meant to give it to the most heroic lot who needed to discover magic. I was hoping, no offense to you, not who any of you study magic here, wizards.
Good as a wizard.
I've fallen
Tell
out
me.
of it lately. No.
What is your the fundamentals of high-level spell casting between let's say the 5th and the 6th level? What is your kind of understanding of how the magic projects between those two levels?
Life
Just that.
force with. Look, I told you there were not many books. I've got more of a visual learning of magic.
I see. What school did you teach under?
You wouldn't know it. It's part of Asmodia, and it was.
Yes, nice save.
School of Magic? You've got a new School of Magic there? Interesting. I learned fundamentals across the board. I was seen as a scribe of sorts.
Yeah, things have changed since you studied magic too, I'm sure.
Wait.
New discoveries and all that.
Could you leave here? We could show you.
Wait, well,
I'm not sure.
You got 24 hours, right?
Yes.
If he's the host of this place, it's perhaps not best if he leaves it.
Yeah, also, I created the spell, but the thing is, you don't really get to use a spell where someone awakens you from death until you die, and this is the first time, so I think I know how it ends, but at the same time, once the 24 hours are done, I'm not really sure. So I don't want to risk anything fundamentally dangerous.
What if it doesn't end after 24 hours?
I'll just probably have fail safes in place.
Pulls out a
I'm
gun.
not being a ghost.
If it doesn't, we could watch some TV.
Somewhat.
Right. Yeah. Oh.
Hey, Marius.
moving pictures.
Don't forget to show him the poem.
I was sort of waiting for Cheats to.
Huh?
I was waiting for her to continue trying to show him Hyome before I did.
Oh.
Oh well. Sorry.
No,
She
it's
kind of
okay.
like steps back and like puts her hands in her lap, and like the like metal ears on her head go just as they like tilt downward.
A panel opens up on the armor, and he would produce the folded letter or the folded poem, and would hand it to Aldoris. A child from Asmodia, whom we took with us in refuge, gave this to me on our voyage across the stars. Said that I always had it. I would like to know more, perhaps, if you...
Could you read it to me?
I could. Give me a moment.
I don't know how to read.
The veils of the forgotten, fallen and cold, pierce their silence, let stories unfold. Retell the chapters, let them rise again, echoing through the halls of memory's domain.
Oh, I think that's me.
We thought so as well. A dragon stands guard, steadfast and bold, over a magister's secrets, tales untold.
That's the question you asked.
Once a master of wisdom, an ancient caster, now echoes of time, forever the master.
Now echoes of time, forever the master. And dragon stands guard.
Do you have a dragon?
Or is it the snail that's
Her ears
supposed to be
perk
a
up
dragon?
again?
No, not me.
Oh, the ears go
Gideon,
down
you
again.
devious fox.
Who?
The master of time, probably. Unless it's Gloria, but boo to that one. Probably should be Gideon.
Who's Gideon?
Who's Gideon? What was the purpose of me setting up this whole idea where you could come in here and learn all about the history of past mages and the greatest wizards of all time and the foundations of our world, and you don't even know Gideon?
Well, so that you could teach us about the greats and the foundations of the world.
To be fair,
Ah.
your companion, whom was to guide us through this place,
Ah, yes.
has short-term memory and would frequently sort of usher us beyond places. And we didn't really feel it was responsible to sort of lounge and read.
Oh, that memory's fading, is it? That's a shame. Suppose it has been 1,000 years, then.
Could you give us permission to increase his memory banks?
Well, he has mostly independent, so you'd have to ask him that.
Well, he said that it was all entirely up to you.
Oh, what a
My
sweet boy.
God.
I mean, that's, for the longest time, he was telling me, give me a name, and I told him, nope. The moment that you achieve greatest independence is when you finally give yourself a name. So he always asks me for stuff, but you never give it to him. You have to make him realize his independence. That's why I never named him. You never named him.
He's never gonna do it, though. He hasn't. He's probably only gotten worse. And he
might
forgets-
achieve independence someday. Never, ever name him.
He told us that you programmed him to forget us shortly after we left his view.
Oh. I don't remember doing that. How ironic. I set up a lot of things.
He painted a very bleak picture of you.
Well, that's not very nice. It's not like we were friends in the final years for a long time. Oh, the chess! How did you get on?
We beat him.
2 demerits, but, you know.
Hey, that's not fair. I tried to play by the rules. The
You
rules
cheated.
were good for me, okay? All I wanted to do was be the chess piece I was trying to be, but no.
Actually, Vanya thought of a rule that you hadn't even... Guilty Spark had to make up a rule because we worked outside of your rules.
Who's that guy?
The iRobot.
The monodrome.
Oh, we
You-
named him.
Named him? Ah! You meant to let him come up with it. Oh!
I thought his name was Guilty Spark. Well, why would we name him something like that?
We named him because it's a thing that we do in this day and age. We find something that doesn't have a name and
But
we
why
name it on
Guilty
principle.
Spark?
You wouldn't understand.
What? Why do you think I'm asking?
I don't want to explain.
You changed.
Well, alright. Okay. Oh. Okay. There's a lot to handle, you know. I'm coming off 1,000-year demise here.
Sorry for your rest in peace, by the way.
Oh, I appreciate that. It's actually quite kind. No one said that to me. 1,000 years. I know. All right, okay. Who's Gideon? You asked. Gideon is an old friend of mine. He actually saved my life once. Reverse time. Let me guess, you guys do that all the time now. I bet that's a common thing, isn't it? 1,000 years ago, it was masterful, amazing reversing time. What have you got? Little buttons you press now?
No, we don't reverse time.
Not exactly.
Oh, I knew he was brilliant still. Take that, future.
I've never heard of anybody reversing time until now from you about 1,000 years ago.
There's not many that could. It was marvelous. I died and he brought me back.
Do you think he still lives?
I searched for him. A long time ago, I searched for him and the others. It was last I heard of him. There was a woman named Gloria Kronos who was imprisoned by a djinn who was working on behalf of a mage and used a dragon to imprison him. Are you following?
Wow.
Demetrius Valenworth. Does that mean anything to you?
Marius?
Doesn't sound familiar.
Go ahead and roll a history check.
Never mind, stand by.
Or an arcana check. Oh, 24 will do it. As the tale was told, Demetrius Valenworth was part of a cult of mages who surrendered themselves to the Shadow. Specifically, the name Demetrius Valenworth was the individual who transformed into one of the Lords of Shadow, Ashura, one of 8.
Ooh.
One of the Shadow Lords. Their name is Ashura.
Well, they disguised themselves as our headmaster at the time. And the real one, Gloria Kronos, was actually imprisoned. But Demetrius was fond of making deals with creatures much greater than themselves. One such creature was a djinn known as Thalamorn. We had a couple of run-ins ourselves with that djinn. And Thalamorn had the ability to essentially lock Miss Kronos away. And there was a dragon guardian. Last I heard of things is the dragon got free. And it was messing with the time inside the asteroid. It's been 1,000 years since I've died, but there it must have been 200 years? It works a lot slower. And the passage of time in the astral veil is wonky. Mostly due to this dragon. The last I heard of them, Gideon and Gloria were going after the dragon. I tried to find where they were going, what they got up to, but the astral was a tricky place to look through. I was old. Tired. So, if you haven't mastered time magic, I can tell you it's a very valuable tool. If Gideon is out there in the astral somewhere, or maybe a memory of him like me, he'll give you a lot better answers to defeating Cosmo than I would.
Oh, wow.
I don't think we'd even know where to start looking.
The astral.
We would need to go to the Exodus Academy.
And through there, the labyrinth into the astral.
So what you're saying is, we have to go to the astral.
Yes.
Sorry that we're not all really smart, brilliant, genius wizards.
That's
to take the
okay.
key.
There's only a few of us. But this Gareth, you are a capable wizard, you said, though, yes?
Yes.
What if we wanted to learn spells? Like Gareth.
Oh, fantastic. Throw away all the other doohickey. It's time. You have to start with the basics. Theory. Read. You can't dive into cantrips. I didn't learn cantrips for ages before I ever went to my college. I did 3 years of theory study on cantrips alone. Once you get to that point, it is fantastic. Oh, I've so much to tell you. Okay, let's start let's go through each cantrip. I've got a book on each one. It's only a couple 100 pages. Yep.
We only have 24 hours with you.
Oh, I forgot.
To be fair, he's not
those
wrong.
to go.
Ahmed also had us learn at least the basics and the fundamentals of cantrips.
And do you know what? The best part of magic is the reading, not the casting. Forget what they say.
I don't think that's true. I think that the casting's probably the cool part.
No. Wrong. Not a wizard alert. Right, guys?
Yeah!
I just run real fast.
Alright, well, here's the thing. I will grant you, I was going to give this key to a bunch of prospecting students who could master the ways of the next generation. I guess if there's just one of you, I shall give it to Gareth.
Thank you.
He holds it out.
Oh.
What does the key look like?
I think he manifests it to be essentially just a glowing literal key, because he wants it to be as literal as possible. But it is one of the most basic, least creative key. Like it is a standard looking, boring, like brown key that glows very slightly.
Ah, the key of wonders.
Oh.
I made it myself.
And what
Can I
all does it
smell it?
unlock? Oh, sure.
A door.
What does
Single
it smell
door.
like?
A labyrinth.
Ah.
And beyond that, the Astro Academy. Congratulations. You might be the first students to get there in a long, long time.
Also, Al, what does the key smell like?
I would say, like, probably cardboard.
Oh.
That doesn't smell like metal.
I know it's one of my favorite smells.
Cardboard?
Mm,
Like new cardboard or old cardboard?
midway.
Okay,
Well, you guys had cardboard.
that makes sense.
We had boxes, yes, it was the basics. Here's the thing. Gideon is your safe bet in terms of morality. If you wish to defeat Cosmo. And
If he's
probably your
still
best bet.
alive, right?
Well, whatever aspect of him is left there. If this poem is true, then a dragon stands guard. Then you are going to be dealing with a very dangerous being indeed. A dragon only gets stronger as they grow older.
Wait, you think that the dragon is real?
Of course a dragon's real.
What?
Do you have any tips to defeating a dragon?
Absolutely not. Don't fight a dragon. They're bloody dangerous.
Oh, so we should just talk to it?
Probably
Dragons
not.
aren't
They're
real.
absolutely devious.
Then what do we do? Do we just look at it?
Don't ask me. I'm just getting you there.
Okay.
There's probably a statue of a dragon with questions and shit.
You have to realize dragons in our day and age are nothing more than fiction.
What? The future is rubbish.
No, it's not. We have Naomi
I don't even know what that
and
is.
barbecue.
What's that?
grilled meat.
Oh, yeah, we could grill our meat.
What's your favorite food?
It depends whatever's on the menu at the time. We have this delicious meal that you could just conjure out of nothing.
Yeah, we have
So-
that. We just push buttons.
Oh, it's great, isn't it? Oh, I can have one thing it'd be to taste that again.
Can you eat stuff right now?
No,
Oh.
I'm dead.
Yeah,
I mean, have you tried? You said you don't even know how the spell works. So if you've never tested it, then maybe you can taste things.
I do not want, in this pristine form of mine, that goop going through my digestive system that is currently not working. It
What if
will
it's
only start
cake?
to rot.
You don't gotta swallow. You just gotta taste. We're
I
not looking
don't-
for nourishment here.
I don't think I have use of my tongue.
Yeah, try.
I could. She pulls out her Tiny Tim oven. I could make a little cake in this if you want to try.
Is it on
Al,
today's menu?
So, Joe, this. I can't believe I'm saying this. This is this universe's version of an easy bake oven.
Okay.
I have maybe like 5 or 6 packets remaining. I've got strawberry,
Which
chocolate,
definitely did not exist when Al was alive.
lemon.
Don't
I'd
forget
like
to
some of
tell him.
yours.
Don't forget to tell him about the microplastics in there.
Oh yeah,
Delicious.
it comes with lots of microplastics.
Oh, some sort of resource.
They
Yeah.
use the cold
yes.
water, so be careful. Don't
Okay,
swallow
okay,
it.
I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. She sets it up. The
Okay.
supercharged.
It's a
Tiny
very
Tim
valuable
oven.
resource of our time, so.
I'm pretty sure.
Interesting
he's
magical
made
artifact you
people
have
do
there.
Very culty.
She mixes
How many-
up the cake mix.
How many times per dawn can you do that?
As many as you have pouches of mix.
Oh.
She whips up the strawberry flavored cake and puts it in the oven.
Interesting.
You see a light
you-
just turn on.
It's a bright
Oh.
green light.
Are you able to conjure us a meal right now?
No. I don't believe so. I am dead, so
Yeah.
I think I'm mostly just. It's kind of like talking to a ghost that doesn't try to kill
Oh,
you.
try to do some magic.
All right. Checkmate. Oh.
You didn't even try.
Well,
Is this all a game to
Are
you?
all wizards nerds?
what did
I'm
you
no,
call
I'm no
me?
nerd.
I don't know her.
I'll have you know, I have lots of fun.
Oh, yeah.
and- Yes.
What do you do for fun?
Read. Chess.
Yep, that is a nerd.
Yeah, we don't have access to like modern information. We still have jocks though. That's still a thing in Asmodia.
Damn it. I looked into a spell to raise them all once. Nothing. I was going to raise the intelligence across the board of every Ionian.
Oh, I love that.
That would be amazing, actually.
It's beyond me.
Well, yeah, you're dead.
Do you think Gideon could do
Someone
it?
was alive.
Ooh.
Could Gideon do it? Probably.
Yeah.
The funny
Yeah.
thing
Why is
is,
Gideon dead? Wait, is Gideon alive or is he dead?
I don't know.
That
I'd
was
like
just
to
the
think he's alive.
conversation we had.
Yeah.
That's why
God,
we're
I
going
gave
to the
you my
Astro.
key, Gareth. Don't let them touch it.
Vizika.
Okay, here's the cake.
Give me that. Where'd the...
Mm,
No, I never took the key from you. I just smelled it in your hand.
Oh,
yes.
redacted.
All right. Here's the strawberry cake.
Thank you. I'll have it later.
Okay.
No, try now.
I don't want to have the food rotting inside my
You
pristine
don't have
corpse.
to swallow it.
Well, I won't be able to taste it. I can't even feel right now.
It's okay. He
Really
said he'll have
sad.
it later. Maybe when the cake dies too, we can join him in the afterlife, and then he can eat it.
Ugh, what a
That's
waste of
not
cake.
how death works. God.
Hey, Eldoris. Hey, when was the
Yes?
last time you looked in the mirror, huh?
Probably 1,000 years ago, yeah.
Well, how are you sure your body is so pristine?
Well, because I made sure that I would be. It'd be disgusting if you came up here and you just saw old corpse bones and all.
Would it even be bones 1,000 years down the line?
Probably not.
Bones do last
You're
a
like
real long
husk.
time.
It also depend if there was, access to the natural elements in here. It could be perfectly preserved.
Ah.
So, are there any books in here that you would really recommend that we read before we leave and before we go look for the Astral Academy?
Yeah, maybe
Or
some
anything.
books with pictures for Gareth.
Oh,
Yes,
I mean,
I-
most of them have incantation pictures, of course, yes.
Perfect.
Showing hand symbols and all sorts you have to do. Any of the somatic components of different spells. Well, I mean, I qualify spells by rankings of levels. It's an easier system to do for. And ones in here, they go up to make you a moderate mage, I would say. So, yeah, well, I recommend all sorts. Depends what you're looking for. Abjuration, conjuration, evocation, transmutation, necromancy, illusion. What's your pick and fancy?
I guess
I
with
like-
the goal of being able to actually, go talk to this dragon and look for Gideon and all the things that we really
Ah.
importantly have to do urgently. Unfortunately, not with the pursuit of knowledge in general, but with the pursuit of the salvation of humanity.
Well, 2 spells would come to mind. Counterspell, classic. All of us have that. Idiot if you don't. Absolute idiot if you don't. Gareth, I'm sure you're quite well acquainted with Counterspell.
Very well, yes.
Yes, classic. Also, Polymorph. That's a great one. Turn the dragon into a fish.
Wow. You can do that?
Do you have fish?
We could eat them.
We fish a lot.
Well, there you
I
go.
fish. I fish quite a bit, yes.
Good. Also, don't eat a polymorph creature. It will enlarge in your stomach and destroy you.
Oh,
Oh.
that's a really good advice. Thank you.
Well, that's in the polymorph book. It has 300 pages on all of the uses of polymorph.
DM,
Yes.
because I'm an initiate wizard
Mm-hmm.
who possesses the shield spell,
Mm-hmm.
would it be possible for me to learn counterspell?
Mm-mm.
Understood.
So now comes the bad news. This room is a perfect reward for a wizard. In this room, you can study any spell up to 6th level. You don't have to spend any material components, and you can copy it easily into your book. The bad news is, none of you are wizards.
DM.
Can we steal stuff?
DM.
Yes.
Would I, having had
Yes.
that brief connection
Yes.
with Hyle,
Yes.
be able to look around the room for perhaps a stone?
A stone. I'm not
A
following.
particular stone that, when held for an hour,
Mm.
lets you change your class.
Ah, I see what you're saying. God damn, we talking old school. We talking old school.
There is a
No.
little rock collection looking thing over there.
We talking old school. All right, before I answer that question, I would need some more information from you. What is Cheats trying to accomplish with this?
I think
Yeah.
Cheats is trying in her little 10 intelligent brain,
Yes.
trying to think of a way to make use of the room being a rogue make use of all of this like loss of potential within the room, and I'm hoping that might have jogged a type of memory that would be the same feeling Hayo had when she was trying to make use of the loss of potential.
Oh man!
Around the spire.
This is good. This is good. I see what you're putting down, and I like what you got here. The potential is there. For this, let me think.
Anybody in the party want to become a wizard?
Gareth?
Gareth's already a wizard, so. Battle mage arc.
Sorry,
Ooh,
I'm
sorry, I didn't mean to stuff you.
No. This is great. That's why I'm thinking. I just want to make sure.
I just wanted to know if it was
No.
You're
You're
be
good.
there.
No, you're good. I'm processing right now because I'm thinking how I would want to go about doing that. Okay. For now, I'm going to leave it up to fate. So, specifically Momo, I would like you to roll a 1d20. Now, let me tell you what the results are of these rolls, so I'm not just completely full of shit. I am willing to explore this and even grant you some options if you roll a 10 or higher.
Ooh.
On a roll from 1 to 9, there is no such thing here, but I don't want you to forget what you asked because maybe an opportunity like that will arise again. But it just would not be here. Is that fair?
Mm-hmm.
All right. 1d20, please. We'll let fate decide.
I'm not gonna look.
I hold my breath.
Yeah.
Jesus.
We're in.
We're in, boys. We are.
Uh-oh.
All right. So, let's have a little fun. Because this might not even be something that you are interested in taking, because any sort of power game like this does require a little bit of an exchange, a little bit of a trade. So there are 3 options. Within here, amongst many of the various oddities that Outdoors would have collected over the years, he would have collected a stone, specifically that of the Etropa region. You see, once upon a time, the old Hunters Guild had an ability to manifest and conjure using a very latent memory magic, transforming themselves into using different fighting styles, different aspects of conjuration and magics to essentially, the best way to describe, emulate other classes. Now, it has been 1,000 years, and a lot has happened during this time. One of those stones, specifically that linked to wizardry, is here, and because of your memory link with Hayo, Cheats, you will recognize this as a source of wizardly power. Now, a lot has happened, so that does not function the way it used to. Between the birth of demons, the shadow becoming more prevalent, and the entire shattering of Io with an unknown phenomenon known as Black Star energy, there is a lot of magical physics that have been kind of wonky and fucky. But here are your 3 options that you can do with this stone. These options are also permanent. Mm-hmm. So I must warn you of that. If you do decide to take this route, be warned that this will be a permanent alteration of your character. You could also choose not to do so at this time, in which case you would, if Al will allow it, take the stone and be on your merry way. Here are your 3 options. For cheats, you can change your subclass to an arcane trickster with a slight yet very important modification. Even though you can choose an arcane trickster, you would be able to learn spells as if you were a wizard.
Ooh.
Well,
Meaning you would have that as this version of an arcane trickster. You can pick up and learn any spell that you would wish. You would be limited within the arcane trickster's spell slots and the way that they cast it. But instead of being limited specifically by what an arcane trickster can learn, you can pick up. You effectively become a sub wizard essentially, as an arcane trickster. That is option number 1. Option number 2 is kind of the same thing, but specifically for Gareth.
Oh.
Gareth can change their subclass into an Eldritch Knight. Same ruling. You were able to learn spells as a wizard from the wizard spell school, as an Eldritch Knight. And third is a complete class change, which would transform someone into a wizard. They would have to give up their previous class and become a wizard. They would get to choose the wizardly subclasses that they would like. And yes. So, with that, those are your 3 options.
Can more than one be chosen?
No. This is a one-use thing. And so fate has decided.
Wow.
I think, how would she remember this? How would this like dawn on her? This remembrance of the stone.
I mean, I would almost give it a feeling of deja vu. Like this is something that you had seen before, something that you had experienced before, and almost as something that you're drawn to. It's a familiar item that you maybe possessed once upon a time. However, you kind of have that dawn, that moment where you kind of would shake your head and just be like, what am I even thinking? But as you kind of like go over to hold the stone, it was almost like it was a lucky guess. Like you were right on the money of what this does. And I would imagine that would be unsettling. Imagine if you had deja vu where you were like, oh yeah, in that box is a $20 bill. And then you go to the box and you go, wait, no, that never happened. What am I doing? And then you open the box and sure enough, $20 bill. You're like, it's literally that.
I imagine he'd be droning on like some like the magics of wizards and all this stuff to the rest of the group, and she just wanders.
I will also note that if any of you decide to change the subclass or change your class, I will allow you to reallocate your ability scores.
Oh, okay, that's okay.
So that you're not just fucked.
I look around at almost
int.
all of the party dumping int.
8 intelligence.
You're like, you all can be wizards.
You fell for the devil's deal.
I didn't know you had one of these. Wait, what the fuck is this? She reaches for a little bag and like pulls out the stone. Huh. Ugh. Oh, it's weird again.
What are you doing?
I've seen this before. She like holds out the stone that's clearly not hers.
There's a moment from Marius where he sort of like gives her a shrug, not recognizing what she's holding up.
What is that, Aldoris?
That stone. An artifact very powerful. Alter the very fabric of your destiny, your being. I didn't give it much heed.
What would I become? A wizard?
If I could do it again, I'd do the same thing.
No, this is, this lets you, learn anew. Like, it lets you be a wizard.
Wow.
It's
How
a
do you know
no-brainer
that?
then.
Is that how wizards are born?
No,
No.
Oh,
they used to use these to, like, better fit what they were doing. And, like, the sentinels, they'd use them like weapons.
weapons. Turning their enemies into wizards?
No, they turn themselves into whatever the stone held. And this is one of them.
You never paid attention in history class. How do you know this?
I don't know, I just do. It's like I've seen a stone like this before. Like I've held it.
No, one of a kind.
There's a moment where he sort of watches her, just sort of gauging her reaction. And then turns to Aldoris. Would it be all right if she took this stone with her?
Of course. I have no need for it.
Thank you. A sort of cursory glance given to Cheats again. Sort of like a looking at a person in a new light. And then would make his way back to the others.
Cheats would be very careful to not hold it for too long and will grab the little bag and put it back in it so that she's not directly touching the stone.
All right, then I shall add into your inventory a wizard stone.
That's so fucking cool, man!
When, if any of you do decide to use this, as a friendly reminder, the change is permanent, and I will ask for a confirmation, specifically a look at this class. Do you mind the changes that we have said, and do you want to go ahead and do so? So, if you do decide, or when, or if, please let me know. But otherwise, this location is a font of knowledge that allows individuals to learn and copy into their spellbook any spell up to 6th level. And you don't have to spend any money to copy it in your spellbook because of Aldoris's very detailed instructions. It allows you to not waste any materials.
Say outdoors, you got any, like, what are those things that... Like the book! The books!
Spellbooks. Yes, I have spellbooks. It depends what kind of material you want it made out of. I've got about 11 different materials and some in the range of close to 90 or so different types.
Do you have
Depends
to be a
on the
wizard
deluxe.
to like write it all down?
spellbook does not make a wizard. A wizard makes a spellbook.
Her eyes blink independently.
No, but if someone who does not... If the incantations that you're looking to cast have no meaning to you, and no fundamentals in casting of magic, it's just going to be gibberish on a page. You have to learn.
So if Marius was to take pictures of every single page of every single book in here, and then we ran into wizards who would then look at those pictures, could they learn every spell?
It would take hours, hundreds of hours to paint every single spell in here.
No, not paint. Take pictures of. Like a
Marius
selfie.
pulls out his shard phone,
What?
and he takes a picture of Aldorus, and then he shows him himself.
What is this magical artifact you hold?
It's a phone.
This
That's
is
an
normal.
illusion?
In a way, it can be, but it is a modern piece of our technology of the current era.
Yeah, it doesn't go away. It's there forever. Don't ever
I
send
was trying to-
anybody any pictures.
I can back it up on the cloud.
Yeah, don't send your pictures.
Oh,
Turn off
you
your
have
cloud.
a cloud which you have stored artifacts in, like a cloud
Just
giant?
think your cloud if you're gonna take pictures.
Desync my cloud. I have to write this knowledge down. I appreciate it. Alright, probably best not to... I suppose you could do it that way. It feels strange, but I suppose you could take photos. Pictures.
Or could we come back here in the future with other people that wouldn't have to go through the same kind of test?
Yes.
I was going to say, that is up to you, Al.
No.
I mean, if they're accompanied by you and you give them the...
What if it's just us?
Well, you've earned the right to be here. The point of the
Oh,
test
thanks.
is to allow people have the chance to learn, to understand, and also to prevent dangerous people finding dangerous goods. It's meant to be tests of courage, hope, mind. I wouldn't want you to bring too many people back, because if you bring back the wrong sort, I'm essentially supplying them with some of the most dangerous knowledge in the entirety of the world, or worlds in your case.
That makes sense.
Oh, talking of which, did you defeat a scary creature, crypt lord kind of machine-looking thing on the way here?
Ah, your cadaver harvester. Yes.
Oh, yeah. If you could just do me a massive favor, make sure it's continued to be sealed.
We destroyed it and dismantled it for parts.
No, you didn't. Not entirely. I mean, you probably did dismantle it for parts, but, that thing is beyond me. There's a likely chance you'll come back.
It was bringing other things back from the dead.
That's not possible. I made sure it couldn't do that again.
No, he was definitely doing it.
Hmm.
And everything that we killed had to be killed twice.
I put fail-safes to prevent it from doing necromancy.
They must have failed.
Maybe we could take you, like, around the campus. Or are you meant to just be in this room?
I'm just gonna stick you out in here. Honestly, I've been around it enough times.
We can
So
show
what
you the
the fuck
cadaver.
with the dust bunnies under the bed?
Oh yeah, those things were violent.
You just make sure it's not gone away, alright? Just make sure it's locked up nice and tight when you leave.
Okay.
Dangerous. So,
But-
yeah, you go.
I've been curious. What is it like in the afterlife?
Of course I'm curious, you're a wizard.
Yes.
He has to become an eldritch knight. He has to.
Sometimes it's hard to say. It's like waking up from a wonderful dream. But I can't tell you anything that's happened, because much like dreams, it's just faded.
That's really sad.
No,
I think it's very sweet.
it's comforting. I know that when I leave your conversation, I will always take credit for having a place to go beyond my mortal means. Because not all get to do that.
Well, thank you for sharing what knowledge you have.
Besides, best part of curiosity is the discovery. I'm sure you'll find out sometime.
Certainly. Marius, did we have more questions to ask?
That was all of my questions.
What were you gonna say, Cheats?
What was the name of the book that you took from the restricted section?
I didn't take it. I put it there.
You put it there.
It's a book about spellcrafting. The book itself is not anything problematic. In fact, we used it in our first year here. I made my favorite spell with it.
Huh.
But it has a spell in it that is concerning, but relevant to your current means. My friend made a spell that was otherworldly. Which is ironic, considering you travel between worlds. That saying must be lost to you now.
What did the spell do?
Simple, but powerful. A handshake beyond your very capability. It is vast amount of magic imprinted with a hand. If you are desperate, I'll allow you to enter. Well, I say I'll allow you. Reality is, I know that temptation sometimes needs to be combated with fear. So, as long as you can get past hush, then, try not to take much from there. Honestly, I don't know what's in there, but forbidden for a reason, probably. But if you wish to have the spellcrafting book, I will not stop you. She will.
She.
Yeah. already, met her?
Oh, yes. Terrifying, right?
Oh, yeah. She asked me if I was willing to die for knowledge.
Oh, she hit me with that line too.
What'd you say?
I ran away screaming.
Oh. Yeah, me too.
Marius staring very pointedly at Sheets.
What? I found your book. The spell of crafting.
You found it.
Spellcrafting.
So this whole time you've been questioning me on this, waiting for me to give permission. I finally step up to the courage of allowing this, and you've already got it.
Wait, you went in there?
I didn't take it. I didn't want to. I don't know. Okay, I got this weird feeling of like being disrespectful. It didn't feel good. So I left it.
That's how you know you passed. That's the point of the forbidden section. I like to think a lot of those books don't even have anything in them. It is the...
Well, we know they don't. You never looked at them, and these are your memories, so that we're not gonna have nothing in them. That's probably why the only reason the first book I touch is the one you remember.
Smart mind. You're probably right, but it is the nature of being forbidden that is the challenge.
Yeah.
There is no book, no knowledge worth losing everything for. There are fates worse than death. Knowledge within means. That's what it means to be a wizard.
Aldoris, is there anything you would like to know about the current year? Any people you may be wondering about their fates?
Most of the people I know probably long past. Do you know if the Mordeaux family has lived on?
I pull out my shard phone and Google.
How are you capable of casting legend lore on that device?
What do you mean?
There's quite the summary there.
We have access to something called the
And this is
internet.
our Dougal. It's what we use.
What the fuck did
You
you just call
what?
it?
It's our Dougal.
That is not its canonical name, I swear to God. You could have named it anything. You named it fucking Dougal.
Our Dougal.
First Hyome, now Dougal.
Our Dougal. It's after him.
I would love to answer that question, but because it involves another player, I cannot at this time, because I would want to make sure that they have a say. Oh, wait.
Let's just say you have bad Wi-Fi here.
My connection's it's taking forever to load. What kind of speed you got in
Is
here?
this a... Just for curiosity's sake, is this a historical figure of any kind?
Yes. No, actually, no. I'm gonna get you that answer right now because the player's talking to me.
Oh!
I'll Dougal.
In the meantime, Bazika's gonna ask, can we come back and talk to you again in the future?
If you're capable of casting the spell, so you have to do your research.
Oh, so we can, if we know how to cast the spell that was on the card, we can come back here for as many 24 hours as we want?
No, I get to choose when I get up. That was one of the stipulations I made just in case I found annoying people.
Oh, okay. Well, if we find the dragon, or
Yes.
if we find your friend, or anything like
Yes.
that, do you want us to come back and tell you about it? Like Gideon, or Gloria, or if we don't find anything and we have to fight it alone now and we're scared, or if we do defeat it and want to tell you about how it went.
I don't know. I'm going to say no. Here's why. Sometimes it's the mystery that is the best part. And at the moment, you may be experiencing memories of mine. And in my memory, Gideon is nothing but good, brave, and beyond my capability. I don't want that image of him altered. So you may come back, as long as you do not tell me anything of everything else that comes to pass. I provide knowledge of the histories of this world. I do not seek new ones.
That makes sense.
Hold on 1 second.
So if we wanted
My,
to come here and learn every single
My
spell, then we
headphones
could.
just died, so give me 1 second. I need to
Oh.
charge real quick. I'll be right back.
No problem.
Whoops.
You need to clear your memory on
Absolutely.
your phone. That's why it's taking so long to load.
No! If I do that, I'll lose all my downloads.
That's okay. You already have the downloads. All you're keeping is just like bloating memory. You don't need that.
Sorry to interrupt, because I know I'm interrupting you guys, 'cause I can't hear anything that's being said. We're going to take a quick few minutes just so I can get a little charge in my headphones before we wrap things up with today's session. So we'll be right back.
Okay.
Hi everyone, sorry about that. I'm plugged directly into my headphones now. It just went, it just died, so I do apologize for that. Okay, so we are back. And I was able to get an answer about the Mordove legacy.
Ooh.
All right, so one of the key things that Al, you probably would have learned about is because of how Eleonora was raised, and the kind of person she was in her youth, she grew up to want to give to everyone and not just of status or class. So she actually joined you and Alis in running the Beard Throne Academia to continue to teach those that had the talent and passion for magic, no matter of wealth or ranking in society, open to everyone and open to all. She also stated that she created an Aldor scholarship to kind of like help those that were underprivileged. For those that probably couldn't afford like tuition, there specifically was a one that she put together using her family's, because she had a lot of wealth from her family. So she used a lot of that, her family's money to create that scholarship for people. And then her children continue to pass it on. In fact, you'll notice that there is still an Aldor Stellarian scholarship for bright minds.
Aww.
That's adorable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Cheech says that. She
You know
like
the tag.
reads it word for word, like off the I'll Google page.
Good. Well, to summarize, your best bets: head to the Exodus, use the key, get through the labyrinth, get to the astral. And the two best options you have, in terms of the least risky one, is the simulation, if it still runs. The next, though very dangerous, but a path worth going down, would be to find whatever happened to Gideon in the astral. And the dragon. Potentially Gloria. But there is another option as well, which I can't attest to how dangerous it is, but making deals with dangerous creatures is always innately problematic. But there is the option of finding what happened to Thalamor, the Jinn. There's one thing about Jinns, is that they're always open to new deals. And this one was particularly troublesome. If you thought I was being a buttocks about the questions you were asking, he will be very specific about the wishes you make of him or the demands you make of him. But that Jinn is very capable.
I think Kyle would, or
Huh?
Whoa.
Cause of her face.
You go back to God jail right now.
Leave me alone, okay? I have dreams. I think Cheats would like lower her like phone to her lap, and she has this very like almost uncharacteristically respectful demeanor as she listens to him talk. I mean, we'll try our best.
That's all you can ever do. Remember, do not be pawns, but be queens. My old friend Eleanor used to say that.
Would this be a bad time to mention I had a dream I was someone else?
Oh?
Is this the dream that you told us about when we first got here?
Yeah, I think that person existed. I think they were real.
What happened in the dream?
Well, the thing is, when I saw that rock over there, I didn't see my hands holding it. They were much smaller.
Like you was a child?
They didn't look like kid hands. But they weren't mine, but they were mine. But my hands look like this. She obviously shows up her hands that have like the vitiligo and like they're very much hers.
You're gonna have to give us more than that.
Damn question.
Yes.
In my memory dream, would I know? Would I know that it was like a god?
Let's find out. Make a religion check.
Oh god. Oh man.
Nope. The only thing you sense, it was an entity of great power. You're uncertain if God would be the correct term or not. But definitely something that, I mean, clearly had some influence over you, specifically when you were dealing with Cosmatara. And as you know, people were going mad, you were somehow able to reverse those effects.
Well, they were really powerful. This person in the dream, like nothing I'd ever seen before. And I mean, Marius, we've seen a lot of people.
You are not mistaken.
I don't know, it just... After I had the dream, it was like I was able to really focus on not losing you guys when we was dealing with the baby. And after seeing that stone, I think they're related. Like the same feeling is the same feeling I had then. Like the ear, like the mechanical ears on her head are twitching around and shit. Like she's thinking too hard.
Sadly, everything that you're saying is well beyond any expertise that I have.
Don't worry about it. It's probably just delusions. I've done a lot of drugs. There's like brief flash of like guilt that is on her face. Like she thinks she's crazy.
The issue is, even worse, is that Marius is like, yeah, the gods are real. Or if they are real, they're lame, so can't be that. There's only one god, and it's the Reaper.
And the Reaper comes for us all, baby.
That I can guarantee.
Where'd you get the rock from, Doris?
Where I get the rock from?
Yeah.
Atropa.
And do you have any of the rest of them?
What? Atropa.
A what?
I got it from Atropa. Okay, there it is.
I got it from a trooper. Do not ask me how.
If you have to ask, you'll never
Please don't
know.
ask me to elaborate. I'm begging you.
Wait. Do you have any of the rest of them?
Nope. Nope.
No. No, I didn't even realize it was a collector's item. If I'd known, I would have done it.
Yeah.
But matching items usually... I've often found that if you hold one ring that's connected to another ring, you eventually find that other one. It's like magic is fated to be with magic. So perhaps with that stone you'll have the same kind of prospect. Or you won't.
I don't know.
In that philosophy.
Ring.
Lesson from Wizards 101.
That did sound very profound.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
So, we are approaching time. If you have any other questions you would like to ask Haldoris before he goes to sleep, now is the time.
On DM, you said 24 hours.
Yeah, I demand a group chat between us and Joe for the next 22 hours.
Yeah, sure, that's fine. No, you can't talk to people. What the fuck?
Did you live a good life?
For a time I thought maybe it was only mediocre. But I think a life that isn't one filled with sadness is one that is worth living. But even the worst moments of my life I've built up to the knowledge I've gained today, so yes. As good as one could be.
That's good. I hope that what Cheats found about your friend brings you some comfort, too.
It does.
To have such a big legacy, more than 1,000 years down the line.
Reputation isn't as important as history never dying.
Heroes never die.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Hey, outdoors.
Sorry, Outdoors got flashbanged. Go ahead and ask again.
Oh, I didn't hear the second question.
No, someone was asking, hey, Outdoors.
Sorry.
Thank you. At first, when I came in here, I thought I was gonna really hate it. But, thanks for talking to us.
Likewise. The best conversation I've had in a millennia.
Also the worst, right?
Technically, yes.
Now, wait a minute. It's the only one you've had.
You get it. But in truth, it has been, despite the state of it, good to see that everything still exists.
For now.
Hopefully with your help we can keep it standing for maybe another 1,000.
It's never my help you needed. I am but a book to the path. You will be the ones who keep this place standing. Good luck.
Oh, we're
Mr.
screwed.
Cosmo. No, I would. Yeah, you might do fine.
Thank you, Mr. Thalarian.
Of course.
Yeah, you were not that bad.
Wait. Outdoor. You're what they named Aldugo after!
Aldugo? What is that?
Oh, it's like the biggest book you've ever read!
Oh, God. Why?
Well,
Go on, DM, explain that. Go on.
It's like the biggest book you ever read.
Don't you love it? We're rewriting your world.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's fine. I'm cool with it. Well, Outdoors, anything else you wish to say before our adventurers depart?
And nods his head to all of them.
good luck. And even in the face of greatest fear, take courage in your friends. And if that is everything, then I shall take my leave. Any final questions, or shall I go?
All of mine have been answered. You can rest well.
What's your favorite color?
Beige.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Of course it would be.
Well, that's it. Okay, I've had enough. Welcome, Vast.
And he claps his back.
Well conversed, and then the eyes just shut.
Yeah, immediately just collapses.
Very good. I was afraid.
What a way to end it.
I was afraid you weren't gonna say it, and I was gonna be like, no.
Oh no.
Yeah. All right. So, a couple of things of note that we have gained from all of this. You've been given a key specifically to the astral veil. Well, specifically, you've been given a key that takes you to a labyrinth veil that allows you to connect into the astral veil, allowing you to traverse it normally as you would on the prime plane. Aldorus has informed you of an old academy known as the Astral Academy that is in the astral, where he has left a simulation running on itself that potentially can have some information about how to defeat a future Cosma threat. He also has elaborated an old schoolmate of his, Gideon, who seemed to have been a master of time magic, a very powerful chronomancer, and also spoke of a dragon that seems to have been wreaking havoc specifically on the time of that flows within the astral. That
Was
dragon.
its name Gloria?
Oh no! So Gloria is someone else in its entirety. Gloria was a former headmaster of the Exodus Academy from long ago. Demetrius, who transformed into Ashura, took the guise Gloria and specifically, I know it's a bit, but specifically used the Jinn Thalamorn to seal the real Gloria Kronos with a dragon in the astral, so that Demetrius can pretend to be this sort of all-powerful archmage, tempering and influencing the minds of future wizards. Al was absolutely correct. Demetrius tended to align themselves with powerful force, making sort of Faustian deals with powerful entities. Demetrius did that with the Jinn Thalamorn, so that he could gain influence over the academy, and inevitably did the same with Asmodeus, which transformed him into a Lord of Shadow, Ashura. So Gloria Kronos was trapped in the astral, and not anymore, and she seemed to have aligned with Gideon at some point in time, but you were not informed of that information as to what or as to why. Maybe something you can discover in the future. But Gideon and Gloria apparently wanted to deal with this dragon that once imprisoned Gloria. But their fates are unknown to that Aldorus doesn't even know. And unfortunately, Aldorus ran out of time of his natural clock, so Gideon's fate was unknown. He also briefly mentioned that time flows differently in the astral, and you'll see that fluctuation when you will arrive. But even though more than 1,000 years have passed, in the astral, it may have only been a couple of hundred. So not much time has passed in the astral, so you're not dealing with, a millennia of history that's passed, but perhaps a century or two. But you'll have to see, because no one's really traversed the astral. So yeah, your points that you can explore within the astral would be the simulation of the Astral Academy, the fate of Gideon, Gloria, and this dragon, and the Jinn Thalamorn, who kind of set all of this in motion, who also seems to be in the astral. So a lot of things that you can explore. So the last thing of note I would like to give you is that you have been given permission to go into the Forbidden Library and take the spellcrafting book. However, as Cheats has seen and Aldorus has stated, you will have to deal with Hush, who is in the Forbidden Library. So the question I have is, do you return to the Forbidden Library for this book, or do you leave the crypt and prepare your journey to the X Academy, which is in Northern Ishtar, in a completely different arc?
I think we also have to decide whether or not someone uses that stone so that they could then read whatever books they want in here before we leave.
Also, well, because Aldorus has given you permission, you do have free access to go to and from this area. So by arriving and entering within the crypt, you will be able to teleport immediately into this room, so you do not have to worry about going through all of that.
Right.
Yeah.
But like, if we want to have that before we end up going to the Astral Academy.
That is true. That's something to think about. I suppose the one question I have is, are you going into the Forbidden section, or are you not?
He said it would be useful to us. So
I did.
Vizika would be for it.
Well, he regarded it as
ICDM spell.
he regarded it as a spell
Spell crafting book.
about like a handshake.
He did talk about a spell of a handshake, specifically was created from that book. But didn't elaborate further.
Yeah, he made his favorite spell.
He made his
Maybe we
favorite
Vast
should
amounts
spell.
of
about
magic
that.
can be transferred through a handshake. That's
Mhm.
what he said.
Yep. The book also was able to create that spell. That is correct.
So maybe the handshake spell is in this room, but we could hypothetically be able to make spells fitting.
Above table, I think it's a spell that gives you the ability to cast a higher level version of a spell. Because it says a handshake beyond your capability, but it's not one you can cast on yourself, is what I'm thinking.
I will also allow an Arcana check for those that are curious. This might be a spell that already exists in Legend.
I'm curious.
How long are we resting
Wow.
here, by the way?
If you would like.
We have 24 hours to technically talk to him.
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself and roll the Arcana check.
All right.
Oh, I did not mean to roll at advantage. My bad.
That's okay. Go ahead and give me a reroll. 1d4, please. Excellent. Specifically, the two things the connection that can be made here. Al did ask about the Mordo family, and then mentioned a handshake. There was once a spell that could be used by only a small handful of wizards, known as the Mordo handshake.
Oh, yeah.
The fucking queen cast that.
It is a cantrip touch spell that deals 1d20 points of electric damage. And yes, it scales. The problem with the Mordo handshake is currently there is one individual that can cast it. And by one individual, I mean a series of individuals. That spell is only aligned to the player Bree button and all of the characters that she plays. So it is not a spell that can be learned or taught to others.
Well, could the book be used to make similar like spells that are bound to like a player soul?
I cannot answer that until you have the book in your possession.
So we should definitely go and get that book. One way or another, it seems like
I could
something
cast
in
Hio
here.
spells as cheats. You best believe I'm going back for that book.
Ooh.
Let's go.
So yes, the Mordove handshake is
Kunai with chain.
is a kunai with chain. We're back, baby. So yes, so will you be going for that book?
I think Cheats in her current, like, out of character, weird, respectful brain, like, set would ask everybody else before she goes to try to get it.
Vizika would give an emphatic yes. It sounds like it can help us defeat Cosma.
Since we have
Because
permission
that's
now.
what I'm thinking, is
Of
that we could be able to craft a spell that they used back then
Or one that's better.
for either Vizika or, like, Cheats,
I'm a wizard.
who was involved in, like, the situation back then. Or we could reach out to other groups, like other parties who have past, like, memory characters that
when
were
we meet up
there,
with
and
deadbeat-
they could craft spells that would help us fight them now.
Are there any wizards in Deadbeats?
Unfortunately.
No wizards! Anyway,
The answer is yes, there is, but I think Marius would have a problem with it.
I'll bounce his fucking head off the concrete before we
Oh my god.
Well, we have to work with him anyway. We probably have to work.
Eli, I'll work with Eli.
But yes, the Deadbeats does have a wizard on their party.
Excellent. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we should take the book
Okay.
one way or another.
How would we get it?
If you are
If
going,
it was outdoors's, then we should just be able to take it.
the spellcrafting book.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
it wasn't a book originally in the restricted section, we should just be able to get
He
it.
said that we still have to deal with Madam
Hush.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be a mind game. I don't have the intelligence score for
Get
that.
on in there.
Perfect for
you
a wizard.
survived it before. Get on
I
in
don't
there.
have the intelligence
Get
score
on
for
in
that.
there.
If Cheats was hesitating, Vizika would volunteer. She'd be like, I can go get it.
I don't think we should go alone.
Want to go together? She'll hold out her claw.
You don't want to go alone.
She would hold out her, ironically, nail-shaped, like claw-shaped nail hand and take her little hand.
Like Eldora said, even in the face of greatest fear, take courage in your friends so we can do it together.
Amazing. The circle continues. All right. So unless there isn't any objection, you guys are going to the forbidden section next week then.
Ah.
And
Yaha.
Gotta get that book.
And that's why I said I didn't know if today was going to be the season finale or not. So it's not. Now you've extended it further. So
That's what we do.
next week will be the fate within the forbidden section before you pass on. And then once that is completed, that will be a wrap up on season 2, because season 3 of Into the Shadows Breach is gonna be all about the Astral Veil.
This is so exciting.
Which is gonna be a lot of fun. So thank you guys so much. Like I said before with that stone, if you do decide to use it, feel free to let me know. There is no time limit on it, so you can also let me know next week since you're still gonna be in the crypt. And yeah, we'll wrap it up there. I want to give a shout out to Mr. Joe Fudge. Thank you so much for participating.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
That was
Thanks for
awesome.
letting me along, guys. That's cool.
Yes.
Joe, are you going to be able to stick around for some bingo?
Yeah, of course.
All right, bingo time, baby. You guys can also catch Joe on Deadbeats, where he plays Buddy. Buddy the Cavis, which is kind of our little guinea pig race of IO. As well as Victor, who is a lovely little vampire who doesn't do mind games at all.
You can go watch him in Lost Minds Fandover as Turd.
Yes, Turg, baby!
No.
Your worst nightmare.
Let him rest.
Baby! Turg. Never forget. Oh, Turg. All right, let me do a screen share. Good shit. I love it when a story comes together. I don't have to do. Oh,
So glad I rolled well.
Yeah.
It was a good thought. I was like, oh, I see what we're doing here. All right. In the principal's office. All right. Am I sharing? I'm sharing the screen.
I see.
Let's begin. First off, we'll do some bio RP. I don't think there
We
was any-
did clean puke.
True.
that is bio RP. The group isn't rude to Al when they meet him.
We did it! We were
We called
rude!
him a nerd.
Yeah, but
That was after we met him.
Oh, that's the
true.
truth, though. It's not being
Yeah.
rude.
It's.
It's-
I mean,
Hey,
It's just
I
a
mean,
fact.
It's true.
sometimes the true statement is also the rudest statement. Just FYI. It's so Jover. Joe cameo extra free space. All right, there it is.
Oh.
True.
yo, we got a bingo.
Cheats' vision is brought up. Al leads the players to the next. Yep.
Hey!
Bingo.
Easy.
Boom.
Holy shit.
No nat 20. Al asks about Oswin. Yes. Yes.
We told him, but yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, well, it was just, what
Yes.
happened? Yeah, I would count. Marius complains about the trials.
So what do you sound like?
What happened? That's it. Yeah. All right. I don't think Marius complained about the trials. I think he kind of kept that to himself.
Wow.
A lot of my like, I'm gonna bounce this fucking head off the concrete was out of character.
Internal monologue.
Marius knows you don't shit talk somebody with the title Archmage.
Yeah, what the fuck you gonna do? And my body's disintegrated. Good, well done. Well, yes, well played. Crafting RP, no. Looking for books on fishing. Thank you very much. No. Try to steal while Al talks. No. Al is the real final boss. No. But if the party did attack Al, we did have a plan. So.
Oh man.
And then yes, Al definitely would have been the real final boss. Bingo time. Nodders. I'm an artificer, not a wizard. I don't know. Al remembering his old teammates. Mhm.
Aww.
Al asks what the future is like. Did you ask, or were you
We
just
asked
making...
him to ask
I
if
asked
he had
him,
any
yeah.
questions.
Oh, gotcha. All right. Okay. I'm looking at you all. Al being smug at people.
Or
That should have been the free space.
Joe makes out of character reference to other characters. No.
Yeah.
Oh, well, no, we did talk Deadbeats a little bit. That was on me.
Oh,
But
true,
yes,
true.
But technically, yeah. No cursed intro talked. I just wanted to jump right into this because it was going to be good. Someone spits. No. A rarity in this.
We
Someone.
talked about spitting, so
We did.
But no one spit.
you're right.
Someone reveals Cheats' visit to the forbidden section. Yep, Cheats.
Yeah.
Not one. I don't think
Yep.
so.
I got one.
Yes. Right at the end.
Oh,
I never
okay.
got it.
All right. Marius hates wizards. Marius?
I fucking
Always
loathe
true, I
them.
feel.
All right. Vizika eating something she should not.
She would have if she could.
But she didn't.
She did sniff a key.
There was no snail.
Plot
cardboard
twist.
wasn't right
was there,
looking.
was there a plot twist delivered by Al today?
I think the big plot twist in the beginning of we thought 5 questions and then
Yeah,
it wasn't.
that is a plot twist. Oh my god. The moment I said it and I told Joe's like, this is gonna be great.
It was so good.
We were just
It was
messaging
amazing.
each other left and right because you guys were trying to figure out the questions, and then Joe
Yeah.
and I laughing at DM as DMs, just being like, "Oh man, it's gonna. The longer this goes on, the better it's gonna be. It's gonna be real good." All right, well,
Bingo!
bingo! We got
Bingo.
almost a lot of bingos today, so good.
Yeah, that
work,
was really good.
everyone.
This tells me we need to craft more. Marius needs to complain. And we need to talk more cursedly.
More fishing.
Vizika needs to eat something awful every single episode.
Indeed. Well, guys, this was a delightful session. Thank you for taking part of it. Joe, thanks for guest starring. It's always good to see what Al is up to in the afterlife. So that was fun. I didn't know
It's awesome.
I didn't know what Outdoors was gonna sound like, and knowing Joe, I kept waiting until the very end because I wouldn't put it past Joe for Outdoors to be like, "Hey, sup?" Like his voice completely changed. What, me? you're the nerd.
Oh, hey.
Opens up old man shirt, reveals 6-pack. Yo, what's up?
Oh,
I don't know.
You can try meat on those things.
but yeah, so next week will be our season finale. Nothing grand or extravagant like a giant baby breaching through the shadow, but it's only to set us up for season 3, which will happen, by the way, pretty immediately after this. It's just we're breaking up the story a little bit, so I just need to get some stuff prepped for season 3, which is going to be all about the astral and revisiting the battleground where the first Cosmo fight happened. Learning from history.
So exciting.
Very good stuff. So once again, thank you guys so much, and I hope you have a wonderful evening.
Thank
for DMing, man.
You as
Thanks
well.
for running.
Bye.